Hi, everybody. So, welcome to Half Drawn Tabletop. This is the next little adventure that we will be doing. Hopefully, everybody can hear and see us and all that fun stuff. We are taking a brief hiatus from 5th edition as I plan my next adventure to, take a foray into a fun, different world of Pathfinder 2nd edition. This will be dealt with and dealt to us, us wonderful players, by our delightful guest DM, Jacob. Very charming individual. And he will be running us through an adventure that he has written. We will be able to get to character introductions and everything coming up promptly, and this will be largely his rodeo. So I'm just here kind of to play along, have fun, and run the camera. I'm very excited for this, and I should probably look at the camera when I'm talking to it. That's a novel freaking idea. But to anybody who tuned in and saw, we had our finale of Humblewood last week, which was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. Ran a little bit longer than our previous episodes, which was good. A few returning players to this game, myself, Mandy as well, and Cameron. And to anybody who is cool enough to have been with us from the get-go, Steven, who was in our very first game as well. Our very brief little 2-session adventure or whatever it was. But he has returned to join us and enjoy our little, jaunt into a different homebrew world. And as far as other introductions and information go, I don't really have anything outside of once this is done, we will be re-jumping into the Tales of Tyriku, which will be my homebrew stuff. But I'm going to hand it off to Jacob. Go ahead, man. Take it away.
All right. So this adventure is called The Keep of the Frozen King. It opens during the summer solstice in a country called Tam O'Shay, which is kind of a northern kind of island nation. The country every year during the summer solstice holds a festival, week-long festival culminating on the final day on the summer solstice. It's called the Day of the Midnight Sun. It's held to commemorate the battle that united Tam O'Shay under the reign of their leader called the Grey Wolf. And
no, we lost the macaroon or the Steven.
It's Cameron.
We lost the macaroon. Yeah, Cameron's internet has been giving him a little bit of wonk. So once that gets rearranged, now it is Cameron is God, and now he's not God. There we go. We're back.
If I look pissed off and irritated and dead inside, it has nothing to do with you. It is everything to do with Comcast.
Right.
This is getting really old because my internet's been doing this garbage for a really long time now.
And unfortunately, they're the most reliable internet provider in our area.
So I missed everything that was just said. So hopefully there was no important campaign context, which I know there was some. So sorry.
Oh no! Yeah. So just kind of a very quick recap. So this is the final day of the festival called Day of the Midnight Sun. Called that because it is daylight all day on the summer solstice. Tam O'Shay is very far north. The battle ended with the surrender of the Axehammer clan and the unification of Tam O'Shay under the leader called the Grim Wolf. During the festival, games are played, musical acts perform, and there's a combat tournament held on the final day to crown the Festival Wolf, who kind of reigns over the festival's final day. So we are starting the campaign in the capital city called Stornoway. Straddles the River Irvine, running through southeast Tam O'Shay. I'll bring you guys over to a map here.
Notes.
Yep. So we have Stornoway, that star on the map. Just a nice little city. There's, 2 walls inside the outer wall. There's small houses bordered by vegetable gardens, very kind of picturesque chicken coops, cobblestone main roads heading to the gates inside the inner wall. Inside the inner wall, it's much more dense, much more like a city. And during this time of year, during the festival, the smell of fried foods hang in the air. The crowded main square is packed with people attending the festival. They spill out into the main and the side streets, eager to enjoy this celebration. People from actually all over the world make it to this festival. It's kind of known as like one big party. But our party members have just rolled into town the night before. So we will start with, of course, it's about 7 in the evening, the day prior to the final day of the festival. And we are at the site of the Gilded Goose Tavern. The Gilded Goose Tavern is a kind of mid-sized tavern, very notable among the locals as kind of a local landmark due to the ornately carved goose that hangs above the door. As you all arrived late, this was the only tavern that still had rooms, and the first two to arrive as they entered on the same ship are Gorman and Fevos. We'll start with Gorman, played by Stephen. Gorman, can you kind of give yourself a little introduction?
Yes, hello. I am Gorman Dejeuner. I am a so I'm playing Gorman. He's a rogue with a background in the culinary arts. He was sentenced to entrave a prison in Avonmont in a prior campaign I played with Jacob. Basically, he ran the kitchen there, and yeah. So he waddles around. He's a fairly tall halfling. He waddles around. He's got a leather apron on that functions as his armor, and he wears a large chef's toque that makes him look about a foot taller than he actually is. Strapped to his back is a long two-pronged fork.
All right. And Fevos?
So Fevos, he is he's a very studious little dude. He's not actually that little. He's an elf, of course, but he's spent most of his life studying away at the Incada. It was the Institute.
Yep, the Incada Institute, actually in the Côte de Magie, where Gorman is from.
Yes,
Yep.
And only recently has he started kind of leaving the Institute to go and experience the real world. And by recently, I mean over the last, 50 years. He's an elf, so... yeah. And he's just coming out to experience the festival.
Oh yeah, Gorman's here for the food.
So as you two kind of roll into the town, you hop off of the cart that has brought you in. They have very kindly brought you to the Gilded Goose Tavern. It is kind of late evening, 7, 8-ish, I guess mid-evening. But there are sounds of merriment coming from inside the tavern, and you stand right outside the door.
Oh good, sounds of merriment, my least favorite thing.
Gorman is thrilled. He's going to push the door open and immediately waddle up to the bar.
Yeah. Sitting behind, well, kind of standing, just polishing, the pewter mugs, is an elderly man who occasionally will bark orders at a young woman kind of running around serving tables, and will occasionally call back into the kitchen. As soon as you walk up to the counter, he notices you and gives you a little nod. Oh, how are you doing today?
Bonsoir, mon ami. I just got off a ship, and I would love a pint and a pastry, please.
Well, we don't really have much in the way of pastry.
Anything that's not fish, really, will do.
Well, yes, of course. We have that. And he'll call kind of into the back. Ian, do we have any more of that bread and cheese. And a dwarf will kind of pop his head out of the the swinging doors into the kitchen. He's a very kind of rugged-looking dwarf, big facial scar, beard intricately braided, and it looks like his nose has been broken like 12 times. And he kind of gruffly shouts back, "I'm busy." And Duncan will kind of look at you and says, "Well, it looks like the kitchen is closed, but I can get you that pint."
It is no matter, and he's going to pull a cookie out of the bandolier that he wears across his chest.
Duncan's gonna, the bartender introduces himself. "I'm old Duncan. I don't feel it, but that's what they call me." And he's gonna crane his neck around to look kind of out the front door. And, "What are you doing standing out there?"
Well, I was going to say that I enter in after Gorman begins speaking to the man at the bar, but unfortunately I didn't have time. I'll come in and I'll say, "Well, it's unfortunate to hear that the kitchen is closed, but could I get something to drink, please?"
Would you like a cookie, sir? I have more pocket cookies.
I don't believe I should accept pocket cookies from strangers. That seems foolish.
They are excellent. I made them myself.
I'm guessing I get absolutely no sense of malice from this man.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept your pocket cookie.
I'll pull a bar napkin over and I'll put the cookie on it, if that'll make you feel better.
It doesn't, but I'll take the cookie and kind of hesitantly take a bite.
Okay, it is excellent.
Wow, this is much better than I was expecting. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. I have a bakery back home at Côte de Magie.
Ah, yes, I'm from there as well.
Well, I'm currently eating a cookie, so I can't really talk to you.
That is
in
fair.
character. I'm living for it.
I'm in depth in character.
Pevov will just kind of wait for his drink at this point.
So old Duncan is going to very deftly pour two very kind of dark stouts, and then set them both down in front of you. Well, seeing as it's the festival and all, I guess these first two are on the house.
Oh, thank you so much.
Much appreciated.
Well, you are staying here, right? I do have one single room open.
I will take it. Yes.
Just one room?
Well, it's kind of a communal situation. There's 4 straw beds.
They are not bunk beds, are they? I'm very short, you see.
No, they're just kind of, well, they're more piles of hay on the floor, but
oh, I love piles of hay. I will take the room. Thank you.
There are screens.
Piles of hay, you say?
Well, there's a pillow. I can't say whether or not it's also full of hay.
Yes, amenities abound. I guess I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Also, do you have a stable? I have a goat.
Well, there's an herb
There was a
garden
goat
out
on that
back.
boat?
Yeah, I brought my goat on the boat. It's my pack goat.
The
Her
joke
name's
was that
Lazy
I'd never
Susan.
noticed that.
We all put it to a vote.
So yeah, he'll I guess if you bring her around back, there's a nice little herb garden. Just knock on the back door, and I'm sure you can maybe convince Ian to let her stay there. Okay. As long as you keep her away from Miss Mint.
I make no promises.
And with that, he gives both of you a key to the room. And then he becomes very busy as more people are looking to purchase beers, and time kind of progresses. Okay. At this point, it's around...
Gorman would like to run upstairs and claim a bed first, so he gets...
Evos was also planning to get into the room as quickly as possible.
I'll race you.
I mean, I won't race you, but that was his plan, was to go into the room first thing. So if I see you scurrying, I will not make an effort to get there before you.
Excellent. I scurry faster.
So yeah, you swing the door open to the room. Aside from the straw beds, it's fairly nice. There's no draft. There's a nice window.
I take the bed by the window.
Damn it.
There are 4 beds with 4 kind of like privacy screens. The room's kind of been sectioned off a little bit. At the foot of every straw bed, there is a little chest for kind of your personal belongings. Old Duncan did give you a separate, kind of much smaller key that opens each of the chests, and that kind of correlates to your own chest. But yeah, it's aside from the straw beds, it's rather nice.
Kind of an odd dichotomy we have going on here.
It
Why the
becomes
straw
very
beds, I
apparent.
wonder?
It becomes very apparent once you enter the room that this used to be like a nice suite that was very quickly converted into a 4-person communal room in order to
Because they needed
capitalize
space.
on the tourists. Yeah.
Got it.
We've been to cons.
Yeah. I had to tackle a friend.
Fell right into their trap.
And Gorman, if you would like to go around the back and try and convince Ian to let you hitch Lazy Susan up to a post back there, you can.
Yeah. Excuse me, your name was Ian?
So as you knock kind of on the back door, that leads into the kitchen from the back of the tavern, Ian will kind of crack the door and like poke his head out. What was it?
I was hoping that I could stable my goat here. Would it be okay?
Stable your goat, is that one of the... Oh, no, it's not a passphrase. Okay, yes. Disregard. Oh, yeah, goat? Yeah, sure. Yeah, she not gonna go after me meat, is she?
No. I don't.
Well, yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. There's a post over there. Just make sure she doesn't go after me, mate.
I can do this. Thank you very much.
Let's see.
I'm going to tie up Lazy Susan, and then I would like to take some of the mint.
I'm gonna see if I can.
It's a compulsion, guys. He can't help himself.
It's something about playing rogues and bards. They're just a spirit that takes over you.
It's not even that he likes stealing things. It's that he likes stealing food.
Yeah. You very deftly pocket the mint.
While Gorman is doing this, Fevos is just going to pick the bed that somehow has a view that's not next to a window, if possible. I don't know. The second best bed that I can determine.
Yes.
And just kind of sit cross-legged on the straw, reach into my sleeves, pull out a book, and start reading.
So as Gorman attempts petty larceny and Fevos just gets lost in a book. Time. Oh, and drinking. Yes, of course.
Forgot
we can't
about
forget that.
Forgot the drink. Yes.
Time kind of passes. It's now about 10:30 at night, and the next character kind of arrives at the Gilded Goose. Yasra. Is it Yasra?
Yazra.
Yazra. Okay, so Yazra arrives at the Gilded Goose. You specifically remember a flyer that said 3 hot meals in the lap of luxury, the Gilded Goose. So yes, you stand in front of, again, it's just kind of a mid-sized tavern with an ornate carved goose hanging above the door. You hear the sound of intense merriment emanating from the tavern.
I have a tiny bit of a little character intro. My name is Yazra. You might have heard whisperings of my name in passing. The name Yasra isn't quite as well as known as the Oni of the West. Perhaps you've heard that name? I have quite a reputation, I guess. I don't frankly give much of a fuck for that kind of thing, but I've been scouring the lands on the outskirts of Aspal for 2 years now, eradicating anyone that might try to bestow tainted justice on those weak and undeserving of such violence. It is my belief that the strong must protect the weak. And damn it, what else do I have but my strength? Well, I do also have my rage, I guess. I've heard whisperings of the festival from the lips of some that I've slain, so I just wanted to make sure that nothing went amiss. Yazra is a tiefling-blooded orc barbarian with unusually blue pigmented skin, and she has bright red hair, as well as horns that grow out of the top of her head and kind of curl back. She's been given the boon of a dragon and uses her draconic lightning powers to take any outskirt justice into her own hands. She's not super warm or one for pleasantries. Yeah.
So yeah, intense merriment.
Well, free meals at least is appealing. I guess I should go in and get some meals to make sure that they can continue being merry should anything go on. I'll enter and seek out that food.
Yeah. So as you enter, you see old Duncan kind of. It appears as though he hasn't really moved. He's still sitting there. It looks like polishing the same pewter mug.
Big NPC energy.
Yeah. He watches you come in and he just gives you a nod. Hello. Welcome to the Gilded Goose.
It sure is.
What does that mean?
I mean, you gave it an absurd name. I thought you would know better than me, but that's not important. Can I get some food?
Ian. And Ian will stick his head out the door of the kitchen. What? I'm busy. And old Duncan will just kind of like sigh. Huh. The kitchen's closed. It looks like. Maybe I can try and put in a good word. Ian. And he's gonna stick his head out. What? She wants to talk to you. And he's gonna look over at you. He's gonna look back in the kitchen. He's gonna look back at you. Right. Yeah, just give him a minute.
It's the least I've had to say to actually have someone. Well, okay.
Gorman, who has been drinking in the common room, sees this and is upset. Why does the giant woman get the food? Why does not Gorman get the food?
Would you like a beer?
I would like a snack. It is late. I am hungry.
Hey, angry one. If you wait a moment, you can have some of my leftovers.
You are like, we are friends now. What's your name?
My name is Yazra. What of yours?
I'm Gorman. It is a pleasure to meet you. Have a cookie.
I don't
Pocket
much
cookie.
have the need for cookie, but as long as you don't call me a friend again, we can sit next to each other.
Oh, dang.
Excellent. Bar acquaintance, Yasra. Here's a cookie. And I put it on a bar napkin.
Thank you. I'll grab it with like the very ends of my thumb and forefinger as if it is causing me pain, and I'll just kind of sit there straight-faced.
So, do I ever smell food smells coming up from like the downstairs? I'm guessing
Never.
the rooms are upstairs.
Yeah, your room is kind of situated above the kitchen, so yeah, you start to
good.
smell like a sausage kind of smell wafting up.
I'm gonna go down and investigate that whenever it starts because I asked for food and the kitchen was closed. So, yeah.
Old Duncan's gonna see you descending the stairs. Oh, it's like moths to a flame. Ian! And Ian's gonna stick his head out. He's become very sweaty. What?
Well, I smelled that the kitchen was active, so a hot meal, please. I believe we were promised 3.
Whoa, you said 3 on it, didn't say you got a dang for making me cook.
Would you like some help?
No.
Anyone who has ever
Kitchen's
worked,
more business.
anyone who has ever worked with a short order cook understands this character entirely.
Having a nice day, having a beer, and god dang tourists.
Would you like a cookie?
No.
Why do none of you
He's
people
gonna
like
he's gonna
do
like
not understand?
he's gonna pull his head back in. And you hear just like, how many of you speak Dwarven?
I do, but I'm not there.
Je ne parle pas dwarven.
I don't really speak useful languages, unfortunately.
Yep.
You
no.
hear a lot of Dwarven coming from the kitchen. You don't understand what he's saying. It sounds angry.
I'm just gonna say back in Elvish, well, if you didn't want to make food, you shouldn't have been working in a kitchen. What's your problem?
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have put the sign on the door either, had they not actually intended on following through with their own promises.
Is that
What?
in Elvish?
Also, what kind of bar doesn't have snacks?
I'm right here, you know.
It's a festival. Why aren't you serving food until the wee hours of the morning?
He's really got a point.
Well, it's not fun. Can have a good time too. Nobody cares about old Duncan.
Are the festival booths still open? I can go outside and get food faster.
No, it's fine. No, don't worry.
I take it if you hardly have food, you probably don't have any rooms.
Oh, we have one room. It's half full.
One room half full? Well,
Yeah, there's two beds left. You're in luck.
that doesn't sound too bad.
We're running a festival special. It's
Fevos will actually go out loud.
yes, it's normally, for a limited time it's 5 silver. Yes, of course. And the kind of like young woman running around, like bartending, like clearing
barmaid.
tables and running out food, right? Yeah, is gonna kind of look sideways at Duncan, and Duncan is gonna like, yes, it's a great deal.
Do I have to put the room together myself as well?
No, the beds are there. There's some screens.
That is
Sounds
generous.
good. I'll take this deal.
All right. Yes, excellent. He'll give you kind of the key to the room at large, and then a key to a chest.
Cool. I will stay downstairs waiting for the food, not really caring to look at the space.
So after kind of a short while, Ian kind of rolls out. He's tied his hair up kind of in a bandana at this point, and he's thrown his beard over his shoulder.
As you do.
And he's carrying out like 2 large, he's got like 2 large, platters, one in each hand. On one platter is kind of an assorted. It's like a charcuterie board. On the other platter is what appears to be a large pile of sausages, along with some roast potatoes.
Yes, the hour has arrived.
All right, wait. Well, this is what you get, and no belly aching.
That is entirely dependent on you and your cooking.
Oh. Was that an insult?
Yes.
Frankly, I expected less of this, so you won't get any belly aching, I believe you called it, from me.
He's going to turn around and continue to enunciate very angrily in Dwarven and walk back into the kitchen. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you have this wonderful kind of plate of food, 2 platters, I guess. One that's kind of like like dried fruits, small crackers, cheeses, and the
Gorman
other
takes
is
a
like just a
cracker
big
and
old
just
plate.
starts piling shit as high as he can get it.
Like the back to school sandwich. Is that like
Yes.
kind of what I'm picturing?
I'm picturing Gus Gus from Cinderella.
Exactly.
I've also have some of the fruits and crackers, but none of the sausage.
Yazra's going for the sausage and just kind of flecking the crackers aside.
As you guys kind of chow down, you see a seedy character kind of come up, like a very greasy, kind of weaselly looking individual. And old Duncan's gonna kind of bark at him like he recognizes this guy. What? Hey, we're on the back. Get out of my bar.
Oh.
You ain't coming here to buy.
Gorman would absolutely love to know what's going on. May I roll Underworld lore?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's a skill. Where are you? That roll the thing? No. Why?
Should just be able to.
There we go.
Okay. With an 18, you know that with the big festival kind of looming tomorrow, there may be some illicit goings on in terms of money exchanging hands. You definitely hear the clink of coin in this man's coin purse. And he kind of skulks out, and you can kind of watch him, walk the direction that would lead him to the back of the where the herb garden is.
I'd like to lean into Duncan and say, I'm sorry, are we placing bets on tomorrow's fight? Is that what's going on here?
I don't want none of it.
I'm going to need you to explain so that I may participate.
Get out of... No!
I should also go around the back?
Yes.
Excellent. I will be back for the crackers later.
I don't know a dang thing.
That is evident. Au revoir.
Yeah. Are you going to just kind of walk around the back? You see that man kind of disappear around the corner as you...
I suppose I ought to try
go
to
down the alley.
sneak behind him because I don't want to necessarily give him a reason to turn around and think that he's being followed if he's doing illicit things.
I'm going to roll a secret roll for your stealth.
Excellent. Love that.
Skills stealth. Okay.
Oh, I don't think I mentioned my staff is my bonded item.
Oh, cool. So you very deftly kind of, like sidle along the wall, making very little noise with your little chef's booties.
Yeah.
And as you start to round the corner, you hear a hushed conversation. It looks like Ian is talking with this weaselly man. And they are indeed placing bets. Ian appears to be a bookie of some sort.
Oh, I love gambling.
But you do overhear a, they chit chat a little bit, right? And Ian kind of says to says to this guy, "The boss doesn't even know I know about the secret passage." And the Weasley guy goes, "Yeah, what's he keep down there?" And Ian just kind of, you know, I don't know. He just kind of like goes like, "Oh, heck if I know. It's always empty." And that's yeah. And then they exchange coin, and Ian says, "Pleasure doing business with you." And the Weasley man skulks away.
Okay. Having just gotten into town and not knowing anything about the fighters yet, I'm gonna hold off on approaching and placing a bet. I will go back to the tavern.
All right. And would anyone like to do anything else in the meantime?
Not really.
Okay. So we have the merriment kind of continues up until the wee hours of the morning. It's about 1 o'clock, and everyone is very inebriated, and Duncan kind of, you know, stands up on the bar and says, "Well, if you're not staying, you gotta leave." And he shakes his fist, and people start to kind of sidle out, just kind of trickle out of the bar. And so he's sitting there and he's doing his. It looks like the same pewter mug that he still is polishing, but you can't be 100% sure.
Can I use prestidigitation to polish that mug for him? To finally get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. You cast a spell, and it kind of spooks him, and he like juggles the pewter mug in his hands a little bit, and then it just crashes on the floor. Oh, damn it!
Oh no.
Well,
I
at
could
least it
probably
was
fix
clean.
that too.
Yeah. It's pewter, so it probably just went pa-ting, ting, ting, ting.
You see, the problem was you were using a dirty rag.
Don't tell me how to run my bar.
The little nerd boy made it clean. Is very nice. I am moderately drunk.
Yeah, well, the bar's closed, so you have to go upstairs now. I have to, put the chairs upside down and do other things that you do at the end of the night.
Your closing routine.
You can kind of tell he doesn't really do any of that, and he's just trying to get you guys to leave.
If you wanted us to go upstairs, you could just say it, and I'll just turn on my heel and start heading upstairs.
Yasra, I know we are not friends. You made that very clear. However, would you like to go to my room? It is also your room. Will you carry me? I am very drunk.
Ian!
With
Ian's gonna poke his head out of the kitchen. He is like beet red. He is incredibly sweaty.
Just cranking it back there.
What? He wants someone to carry him up to his room.
No, I asked my not a friend here if she would do it.
Don't worry about it, sweaty man. And without any hint of joy or really fascination on my face, I'll just fling him over my shoulder and like fireman carry him up the stairs.
While she's not paying attention, I'm going to slip another cookie into her pocket.
I will follow them up the stairs since it's also my room.
So,
This is just
time.
a standard non-friendly carry. Sorry.
I don't know. You're good. Do you guys have any bedtime routines?
Yeah, so I'm going to announce to the room very quietly that I'm not actually drunk. There is a secret passage, and there's bets and illegal activity going on in here. Who wants to go get in trouble?
I
do
took
my
you as
best
a
to
very
avoid trouble.
face value man. I'm not one for trouble.
Yeah,
there's
I try
something
to
going
avoid
on.
it.
There's an opportunity here. I have a feeling there's money. Love money.
I
You can use money to
don't
buy
need
food.
it.
What?
Or I could just scrounge my own out in the wilderness. I don't really
Yeah, but this is faster.
need that.
Look,
but it
he
isn't.
understands. You get the thrill of efficiency.
I mean, efficiency is good, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Mandy, your connection's not great.
Yeah, I can see my
frozen on mine.
camera.
Okay.
Feeling all the good internet juice.
Sorry.
Well, I take it if we don't go with you, you might go on your own.
Accurate, yes.
It wouldn't really hurt my conscience if you got yourself into too much trouble that you couldn't get out of, but someone of your stature, I guess you could use a bodyguard.
If you come with
of
me
sorts.
and I beef it, you can have the nice bed.
Wait, but how does
fine
that work
sleeping
for
on the
both of
floor.
us? Deal.
Okay, the nerd.
It's next to the
You
window,
can have a
right?
nice bed.
Yes.
All right, deal.
All right,
Well, I
I got
guess
one.
we're both gone.
Peer pressure.
I was thinking about going anyway because you gave me a cookie and I was starting to feel a little bit bad, but that's
I pat
much
you on
better.
the head and I give you another.
Oh, thank you. I will
How
eat
do
the
you pat him
cookie.
on the head?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So much taller than you.
I pat him on. I pat him on his hip, to the best of my ability.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you can reach my hip.
So, as you guys kind of like try and sneak on down there, you do. He is mopping. Like it looks like he actually is attempting to close. Maybe because there was an exceptional amount of beer spilled tonight, but maybe because this is what he does every night. Who knows?
We can't really be sure.
All you know is that he is indeed mopping the floor. I'm gonna have both of you roll a stealth check for me.
So I have expert stealth, which means that we can follow the expert.
Okay.
And I don't remember how that works because it's been forever since I've played 2nd edition.
Yes, I can look at your character sheet. Feats.
Oh, I need to.
You're gonna follow the expert.
I was gonna say I don't think it's a feat. I think it's just a thing that I get for having expert sneaking.
As a rogue.
Actions. Aha. Follow the experts. Choose an ally attempting a recurring skill check while exploring, such as climbing or performing. The ally must be at least an expert in the skill, willing to provide assistance. So everyone can add their level as a proficiency bonus to the associated skill, even if they're untrained. Additionally, if Gorman is expert, you get a +2, so you get a +8 if you are untrained in
Stealth.
In stealth.
Cool.
Plus your dex, if that's a high number.
So is that a thing that you need to roll for us?
Well, I just
have you
rolled.
guys.
So.
Oh no!
Except +8 to that.
Right. Oh no.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys kind of start down the stairs, Fevos takes a step onto a stair, and it just goes.
Oh no.
And old Duncan will look up. Hey, what are you doing? I said go to bed.
We were hoping to get some more something sweet before bed.
I was
No,
going
the
to.
kitchen very closed.
Yes, I know you said the kitchen's closed. I just don't believe you.
I mean, it is about 1:30 in the morning. It's very closed.
Okay, but
So-
could it be open for a silver piece?
No, if you had a shop and it closed at midnight, and someone came in at 1:30 in the morning and wanted you to open the shop back up, would you do it?
If they offered me a silver piece, probably, yeah.
I wouldn't.
2 silver pieces?
No, go to bed.
You're not.
Look,
my mother.
so I was gonna make a diplomacy check if possible.
Yeah.
I already clicked on the button actually because I
Yeah.
keep trying to like pull up summaries for the skills, but instead I just rolled.
No, you can't
So-
do that.
Yeah. So
I
with
was
the,
just
with
gonna
the,
say,
Yeah.
are we not able to just go outside and come back? Why is this a
Oh.
problem?
yeah, I mean, don't walk where I marked.
I'll clean it up if it's a problem. I'll just
I mean, no,
snap my
just don't-
fingers and clean a patch of floor to make a point.
Damn wizards.
I'll smile
Uh,
smugly.
He just continues mopping then.
Okay.
Good one,
And at this point, as you all kind of exit the tavern, you bump into a figure wearing, I assume, are you wearing your mask?
I am indeed, yes.
Etrian? Yeah, you bump into a figure wearing a strange mask.
Oh, who is this tall
Who
glass
is-
of water?
I am, as is described, quite tall. This character is a tall and lanky fellow. His body is kind of oddly canted to one side. His chest and shoulders kind of seeming to shift over to the right, giving him sort of an eerie look to him. He's a figure wearing breastplates, or a fine satin finished breastplate, but like heavy hand stitched green like linen clothing for the most part with heavy brown stitching, and a very wide brimmed hat with a tall peaked top that's kind of kinked and bent in a funky, very mage sort of fashion. Beneath the brim of that hat is a simple, round, carved and painted white mask with the kind of zigzag, jagged teeth and then just 2 round, dark holes for eyes. You can see in one hole there seems to be a glint of green as the torchlight nearby kind of flashes off of it. This figure's dressed somewhat armored, but not terribly heavily. His boots have kind of a slight curl to the toe. Wears gauntleted and basically leather gauntleted gloves. And you kind of bump into him, and he steps back and just kind of holds his posture there with that weird cant. Sorry, am I a little late to the party?
It's very late. Yes, they just closed shop. They won't even feed us. I'm very upset.
Well, let's.
To be fair, they wouldn't feed us when we got here either.
Yes, that was also very upsetting.
Yeah. I'm gonna Etrian roll society for me.
Society.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a +2 because you're locally here.
Locally here. All right. Let me find.
Yeah.
Where is my thing? Where is my thing? There it is. Ooh, hold on. Society. How do I roll that? Do I go to my page? My character
Yeah, on
sheet?
the character sheet on the skills page, just click the
Thank
society.
you.
Yeah.
Society. Where's your button? Can I get rolled? Hopefully. So 15 total.
Yeah. So you know that the Gilded Goose is 100% like a tourist trap kind of inn. It is a dive. It
Gotcha.
is not nice. That is exactly why you chose it. Knowing that it might still have a room available.
Seems that you will have fallen for the old man's trap, eh? He's a bit of a
Apparently
shyster,
so.
you see. Not exactly on the up and up. I take it you're
Well,
probably
that's perfect.
sleeping on straw, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, but it's very comfortable straw.
Yeah,
It's-
they're beds.
He exaggerates. It is just straw.
It's more comfortable by the window. I'm sorry.
You see the big old barn over there, yeah? It's where they keep the cattle, and that's pretty much where he's gotten the straw. All
That
this being
explains
said
the
behind
delightful-
a white mask.
That explains the delightful beef scent.
Delightful's a word for it. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any room open, huh?
There's one more bed in our room.
Excellent.
Funny of you to judge our sleeping conditions and then inquire as to whether or not you can join us.
I knew this was a shithole coming in. I was just looking forward to at least having a patch of floor to sleep on. Maybe the straw's not so bad. I've slept in worse. Slept with worse.
It's softer than the floor.
Yeah.
I can clean the straw.
Yeah. Talented, are you?
A bit.
Can
Those
I
blink
gather
at
that
you
he's
dryly.
of the wizardly persuasion?
I look very wizardly, so it's probably not hard. I've
I'll-
got like the robes with the big old sleeves and a big old hat, so.
I'll step like uncomfortably close to you to like almost like the brims of our hats are like almost overlapping, and I'll say just
So,
slightly
5
quieter,
feet
but still
away.
so everyone can hear. I'd keep a tight hand on your spellbook there. There are plenty of people around here, especially during the festival, that'd like to slip it out of your pocket. I give him just
I
the
promise I
slightest
won't do
nod.
that.
Good to know. Thankfully, it's not in my pocket.
Glad to hear it. Neither's mine. And I turn to start heading in towards the building proper. I give one appraising look at the very beefy Yazra, and then keep walking.
Old Duncan's gonna kind of crane his neck around. He's still mopping. It looks like he's mopping the
before-
same patch of floor.
Before he he has a chance to look at me, I'm going to cast. Sorry, let me find it here. Ghost sound, and make it sound like there's like strange whisperings beginning to kind of crop up all around him, just like this.
No. Oh, not again. Oh, damn it.
And then I begin to kind of sing a quiet song. Just to bring me a bottle or two, me lad, bring me a bottle or four. For a company fine of women and wine is what I'm looking for. And then I'll slide the door open.
You as you see him kind of like as he hears this, he actually does kind of like set the mop down real quick, and he goes and he looks under a certain section of the bar. You see him kind of like snooping around under the bar as he hears the door open.
I see him go to like reach under the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, worry not, old man.
Oh,
Whatever you've got under there isn't going to be nearly strong enough to kill something as old as me. I'm just looking for a room.
oh, what? Oh, yes. Take pity on an old man. Oh, God.
You're a youngster by my count.
How old are you?
Old enough, lad.
Yeah, it's upstairs here. He's like wigged out. He's very freaked out.
As he sets the key on the... Oh, I don't have it. Darn it. As he sets the key down, I'm going to reach forward, and as I do, my hand will very quickly catch with green flame, and then just dissipate as I grab the keys. Give him a kind of a long nod.
Goddamn wizards! Flush with
Make my way up to the room.
Every time Fevos hears the phrase "goddamn wizards," he grows in power.
So, do the three of you kind of go in with Etrian, or do you stay outside?
Well, I
Yeah.
believe we were on our way to do something, weren't we?
Well, I was going to
Well,
suggest we go around to the back door, but I don't want him to take my bed, so I have to go back inside.
Oh yeah, Etrian had definitely planned to immediately go towards whatever the best bed was.
I guess
Norman's going to fling
we'll
himself
follow
onto
him
the
back
straw.
inside.
Okay. I take it you like rush past me through the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, watch yourself. These are freshly polished.
These one's mine.
That's
I
fine.
jump.
He kind of turns his head towards Yazra and pulls the white mask off to reveal a kind of thin elven face, fairly indeterminate of age, obviously beardless. The kind of longer ears are kind of like bent against the brim of the hat, so they kind of poke out a little bit wide. Looking over to Yazra. So are we sharing a cot then? He's got
No.
very like distinct heterochromia. His left eye is just a very common brown, and his right eye is just this extremely vibrant, eerie green that seems to reflect light.
I will have everyone that's not Etrian roll me a society check here.
Doing a thing.
Big.
Yeah, big numbers.
Yeah. So Gorman and Thevos know that this is the sign of someone whose blood is kind of tainted with hag's blood. You know that this is like a common signifier of a changeling. Yasra doesn't really. Oh, that's cool.
So then that implies that he is a changeling presenting himself
Yes.
as an elf then.
So changelings in kind of Pathfinder lore are they're like born of hags.
Okay.
So
Hag and
they
union.
yeah. So like a hag, if a hag and like a normal person get together, a changeling is born.
Okay, so they're sort of like, well, never mind, I understand.
Not a
So
shapeshifter specifically.
they always have heterochromia. And at a certain point in their life, they will hear what's called the call. And it is like this compulsion to kind of just go off and find their hag parent and also become a hag. Some changelings resist the call, some changelings do not. And it from the ones that do resist the call, it's normally like a point of struggle.
Okay. Is there anything that we can like glean about Atrian from knowing things about changelings, or
Yeah. So some society's perceptions of changelings. Let's see.
I would
We
say probably
have
my eye color
some-
would indicate to you that I am a Calomay,
Yes.
which is a specific kind
So-
of changeling.
okay.
Others probably assume that they practice occult or primal magic, or maybe participate in a hag's coven. People are kind of implicitly suspicious of changelings. They're afraid that they may become a monster and turn on them. So in general, changelings are not looked highly upon.
Okay.
It's kind of the stigma of their parentage.
Fair enough.
Not picking up on any of this, Yazra will look him deep in the eyes and just go, nice mask. I've got my own, you know. I don't see very many people around here even bother to wear any. Does yours have any significance?
Scares the locals. That's good enough for me.
It is pretty spooky, you know.
I made it that way myself.
Gorman, knowing a little bit more about changelings, is going to walk up and, with arm extended and eyes down, offer a cookie and say, I offer this to you of my own free will without let, lien, or obligation.
Etrian will look. I will look down at the small portly man offering me a cookie and say, "Aye, lad, your gift is greatly appreciated." And kind of tousle his hair a little bit, take the cookie, and just
and then he jumps back in his bed.
eat it. Definitely.
Had you
Oh,
turned
absolutely.
him down, you would have just found some in every pocket you own later anyway.
How many have you found so far?
Well, one, but I will not be shocked if I find 5 or 6 more come tomorrow morning.
Well, you lot
That's a
have the
conservative
smell
estimate.
of trouble about you. Were you planning on getting into some?
Yes.
He was, yes.
Got
Only
some rough
reason I
trouble.
was because he said I could have that bed.
Only if I die.
But no, that was not the deal.
Yes, it was.
No, it was I help you and I get the bed.
No, that was not the deal.
How's this,
He
lad? You
did
can have the
say
rest
if
of my
he
good
needs-
straw. Use it to pack your own. It'll make it the better bed. I'm good enough on the floor.
No, it's the window, see? The window makes all of the difference.
Can't you just make a magical second window, or is that
Yeah.
not quite?
I believe that's called vandalism, ma'am.
Oh, I mean, I could make you a second one should you want one.
Etrian
I
just begins
appreciate the
lightly
offer.
juggling 4 globules of light.
So yeah, Gorman will explain to Etrian that there's like a betting ring going on. Oh, Mandy died.
Yes, probably for the best, considering her connection issues. Hopefully, the reconnect will be better. Yes.
Yeah.
Her
So
yelling
I'm
in
just
the
I'm just
background.
going to explain the trouble that we were going to go get into.
So, if I gather correctly, you're looking for a secret passage, and it'll lead you to something. You're not sure what, except perhaps an empty room.
I suspect that the betting ring is keeping all of the money in there, and I would like to alleviate them of some of the burden.
Well, I can be very amenable to that.
Oh,
Well,
I
they
can't
did
hear
kind
anyone.
of screw us with this room, I suppose, so.
He'd intended on screwing you out of your coin outright. You would have woken up to have found 3 hot meals consisting of 1 warm biscuit and probably some goat's milk, maybe thimbleful.
I
Yes,
love
but
goat's
we've
milk.
already encountered the kitchen.
Aye, so you've met the cook.
Sweaty man.
Oh. Right shifty bastard.
Seems like it.
Our cameras have gotten all screwy.
Oh no, we're all out of order.
Yes, I think Mandy has to turn her camera back on at some point.
She says she can't hear anyone.
We can't hear or see you, honey.
Yeah, I can't hear any of you.
Weird. Try
Oh, no.
disconnecting and reconnecting again.
Okay.
I can hear her now.
Yes.
Internet, why?
Yeah, I don't know what's
So,
been going on lately.
In the meantime,
Mhm.
we'll do a little bit more. Lore on Tam O'Shay. It's one large island made up, like surrounded by just a boatload of smaller islands. Currently led by a warrior king called the Grimwolf. The current Grimwolf is the 20th Grimwolf of the title, Grimwolf Aya. Aya is one of the Icebreakers, one of the 6 main clans. There's Icebreakers, Greymanes, Pine Burlers, Axe Hammers, Wave Tamers, and Rhyme Cutters. Icebreakers are like the furthest north. They hunt seal, they hunt whales. They've got like some fancy frost-resistant grain. It's got like this particular red hue when used to brew ales. It's kind of like they like to brew, and then they worship the polar bear as kind of like the apex predator of the north. So in the north of Tam O'Shay there are polar bears, which is cool.
I should probably introduce my character, so I will introduce myself to the party as I'm Etrian Morphier, the witch-born bastard of Tam O'Shay.
Well met. I am Gorman Déjeuner, recently of Côte de Magie. I am an excellent cook. And that is all you need to know about my profession.
I'm Fevos Tamino, a scholar from the Inkata Institute. Pleasure.
One with knowledge and one with skill, eh? Give me a brief moment. I'm going to check on my wife and see what happened.
Oh yeah, no problem.
What happened?
We could just have them both on the same camera.
That could work.
Yep, that sounds
She's
right.
having to restart her computer because it's doing things. Sorry.
Oh no. That's okay. That's fine.
We have this issue periodically with this damnable laptop. She's making strange noises in the background, which, I mean, that's part of the course.
I was going to say,
I am going to very, very briefly continue as you kind of settle in for the night. It gets later and later, and two of you are woken up from your sleep by a noise. Gorman and Fevos, you hear you are roused by a slight thump. You hear coming from the downstairs in the tavern proper.
What was that?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Yes. I need to know who has so rudely woken me up without bringing me bacon and eggs.
It's like
True.
4 a.m.
Now that you put
Yes.
it that way.
And it would be much nicer if they had, brought me breakfast.
You do make a good point.
I'm a baker. These are my normal hours.
Well, I
Gorman,
suppose.
Gorman would like to sneak down the stairs and see what's happening.
I'm gonna let him do that.
I can report back.
Roll me a stealth-areno.
Stealth-areno. 22.
Yeah, so you definitely sneak down. You very carefully note that step that Fevos stepped on earlier, and you don't step on that one.
That is because I am a smart boy.
Yeah. The tavern itself is empty. The floor is now dry, and everything looks pretty much the same. He actually did put the chairs up. And everything, as far as you can tell, looks the same. I will have you roll me a perception check.
32.
Ooh,
And also
yeah,
20, so big.
Yeah, so you spot behind the bar. There's kind of a mat, like that mat. The corner of the mat is kind of flipped up. And you can see a seam that doesn't really match the floor under that flipped up corner of the mat.
Aha, secrets, yes. I'm actually going to go sneak back up to the room and wake up the group.
Okay, Mandy was able to get back on the computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess since we're a computer down, I can see if I can figure out how to open that door before I go back up.
Yeah. So as you pull the mat aside, it is locked. There was a lock kind of set into the floor.
Well, lucky for me, I've got a skeleton key.
Ooh.
Nice. That'll do it.
Which, if I remember correctly, just gives me a +1 bonus to my thievery check to unlock things.
So a skeleton key. Say a green skull tops the bow of this macabre key, can be used in place of thieves' tools when attempting to pick a lock, and it gives a +1 bonus.
I can also just use it once per day to cast knock on something.
I will warn you that is a spell that makes a noise.
Oh, I wasn't going to use it for this particular instance. I saved that for treasure chest.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's the 5e version.
I believe it
It
does
just
make
knock is you. It's common, somatic, verbal. Knock counteracts lock. You make the target easier to open. So knock does not make noise in 2e. It just gives you a +4 status bonus.
Nice. All right, well, I will do that. And then the key itself also gives me a +1. So whatever this is, +5. Skills. I guess that's technically disable device, isn't it?
That would be thievery, just regular old thievery.
Okay.
Disable device would be to like stop a trapped lock.
Okay, so with the bonus, it's 24.
Okay. Yeah. The lock springs open, and it leads. You see just like a ladder descending into the darkness.
Excellent. I will. Is there a way to close the door without locking it again?
It appears not.
Okay. Then I will very gently lay the mat over it so that no light peeks into the tunnel below, and then creep back upstairs and tell the group.
So
Sorry.
So now we wait.
and now's a good time to wait for Manny to get back.
Yes.
Would this be an
Do we want
opportune
to-
time to go take a pee break?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now's a great time. Is there
I'll
like
throw
a
us
take
on
5
the BRB
option?
screen, and then we can just take a break and reconvene in a few minutes.
Cool.
Cool.
Right. Thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties, y'all.
Yee.
Hi, we have
Love
returned and hopefully completely solved our tech issues. I say with no actual hope that it will last, but here we are. Also, ice cream.
And a muffin.
And a very sad
All right,
wife.
so
Water.
oh, the sad
How is
water.
it that Gorman's player is the one who didn't come back with food?
You
And
ate
it's-
cookies earlier.
So, Gorman has discovered under a mat behind the bar a hatch that goes downward into the darkness. He has rushed back to tell all of his roommates, and they were roommates, about the discovery.
Well, that seems to be that bit of trouble you were looking at earlier.
Yes, I'm very excited. Would you all like to accompany me? I have more cookies if you need incentives.
I mean, we might as well. What, are you going to tell me later that I only get the cookie if you die, though?
No, you can have 1 cookie now and 2 cookies if we find treasure.
Lead the way, little man.
All right,
Wee
Gorman
man.
does that.
Sorry, I'm still trying to... The accent is not the problem, it's the lingo that pairs with the accent that I struggle with the most.
I feel that.
I have an
Oh,
issue with,
great.
like, remembering to actually use the accent
Mm-hmm.
that I choose.
Gorman is just so outrageously French that it just happens.
My
So,
Scottish keeps trying to slip into, like, Slavic, and I'm having a hard time.
that's me when I do like a vampire. You know, I will do the vampire, and then it'll turn into like, and I do the vampire. And, yeah, I'm firing the vessels,
Yes.
and that's no good.
I've done so many dwarves with like thick Russian or Slavic accents that my accent default is just a very thick, strong accent, something like that. So it's
Yeah.
rough.
So, yeah, you descend down this kind of spooky hole in the ground?
Can anyone else see in the dark? Because Gorman can't.
I can.
I can't. I can
is-
make
it
it
is-
light if we need.
I absolutely
Gorman
can see
would
the
like
dark.
that
Very
very
dark.
much.
I have dark vision.
Sweet.
Do we want light
Yes.
or no?
I mean,
Yes.
Okay,
I
I'll
wouldn't mind walking behind her, but you know.
I'll touch Gorman's toque and cast light.
I love this.
The light is great, but what did that one mean?
What?
I'll just tip my hat and keep walking.
I didn't hear what he said.
Good.
Like actual me.
I said I wouldn't mind walking behind this one and nodding to Yazra.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, Yazra can go first. That's fine.
Hmm.
I'm
I
certainly
assume
not
it
going
meant
first.
because I am the strongest.
Or I
And
guess
with
I
that,
could
I'll
go
pull
first
on
so I
my
can
own
find
mask.
traps.
Ooh, we get to see her mask.
Because I also have a mask.
Yeah, what is?
It's just a brutal looking. I had a picture somewhere, but it's kind of hard to. It's just made of bone essentially, and it looks kind of like a dragon skull. And that's going to be the entire description I give because I'm not good at that kind of thing like some people are. But yeah, bones mask that looks kind of like a dragon, kind of demony all at once.
I'll toss mine
You're
back
right.
on
maybe
as
like
well.
a drake skull with like extra horns kind of attached.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love it. So as you descend down the ladder, it looks like you're just in like a part of the basement. It seems, it's like a root cellar almost, except there is a
No root.
short tunnel that appears to go deeper, kind of into the darkness. And you hear the sound of conversation. You're a little too far right now to make anything out, but you do hear 2 voices talking.
Is there light coming from that direction?
Yes, you can see it's like it kind of like rounds a corner,
Okay.
and you can see like a flickering lamp light very off in the distance.
I'm going to take off my hat and hide it under my shirt.
I just
Really?
dismiss my light. Is that a thing?
No, I like it.
I can give it back to you whenever. It's a cantrip.
Okay, this is fine.
Am I actually able to dismiss light? Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Then I'll just tap the toke again and
I'll put it back on, I guess.
it be dark.
So yes, do you guys creep forward?
Mm-hmm.
As you creep forward, the voices become more distinct. You hear old Duncan and an unidentified the voice of a woman. They are talking about a meeting that is to happen tomorrow. The woman confirms with Duncan that the inn is to be watched, so that nobody can intrude, and he says that he actually plans to close the entire day, under the guise of just, being closed for the final day of the festival, so that, the staff can enjoy the day.
But my breakfast.
My babies.
Sorry. And then the woman sounds relieved. She says, thank goodness we want this all to go off without a hitch.
Mm.
And
Not
with
suspicious
that,
at all. I said not suspicious at all.
Mm-mm.
and with that, they stop their conversation. You hear the woman say, "I'm going to stick around here for a little bit longer. I still have some plans I need to draw up. I'll leave shortly." And then old Duncan says, "Okay, just lock the door on your way out." And old Duncan, you hear him turn to start to walk back down and up into the tavern.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Where is there to hide?
You're in a hallway.
I just cast invisibility and step to one side.
I didn't prepare.
So
the
Etrian's
ability
accounted
check.
for.
I could just hide in the shadows. He was a human, right?
Yes, he is a human. You do see that the lamp light is coming closer.
That's difficult. What else is there in this hallway?
It's a hallway.
Dang.
Time to quickly scurry, friends.
Wizard man?
I'm looking. I gotta check ranges here. Hang on. I can't click on this. Well, I guess I could click on the spell, but it'll send it in the chat, and that's just annoying. So I'm scrolling over here on the not wiki, but whatever this thing is that I've been using.
Archive.
Oh, the compendium?
Yeah.
There's also a compendium. If you look, it should look like a book on the right side of the VTT. There should be something called spells, and you can even filter by typing in a name.
I don't know that
I think it should be visible.
Yeah.
Sudden charge.
My bad. I don't want to do that.
Don't Kool-Aid man.
Sweet, this is nifty.
Extremely.
Yeah. Oh God, I love the compendiums.
To anybody who is still watching, we are using Forge VTT for our primary. Foundry.
Foundry.
Yeah, sorry, Foundry VTT for the
No, it's
primary.
Can I tell how far the light goes out from his torch? Is that something we're able to discern?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's going to be rounding the corner pretty shortly. You have maybe 10, 15 seconds.
Oh, that doesn't really help me. I was hoping, can I do something to him before he gets into range of me, but I'm pretty sure I can't. Not with what I have prepared today. because I kind of tried to be like, okay, what would I have prepared riding on a boat? Very normal, boring things. I was gonna try and fear the guy, but I have to be within 30 feet, so... If his light reaches 30 feet, that kind of ruins it. I didn't prepare invisibility today, so...
Hmm.
We may want to leave.
I am going to activate my Hat of Disguise.
Oh, who are you going to disguise yourself as?
Duncan. Or not Duncan, the other one, Ian.
Ian? Okay.
Yep.
Disguise yourself as him.
I was just gonna say, Duncan. That'd scare the shit out of Duncan.
Okay, so you are now disguised as Ian.
Yep.
Yasra, what are you doing?
Seeing Gorman
Gorman.
put on the disguise, I'll try to use my intellect real quickly here and just go, you...
I have an idea for distracting him. I just need you guys to be ready to, like, knock him out.
Oh, okay. I will not do anything at this time, seeing that one of the smarter ones is doing something.
I'll wait, then.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run up the corridor a little bit.
Oh, okay. So, like, ahead of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start to round the corner.
I'll follow quietly, invisible.
Yep. As you round the corner, you catch a glimpse of a room that actually looks like... It's like there's, like, stones up on the wall. They tried to kind of, like, get rid of the fact that the ceiling is dirt. It seems like there's, like, a big rug on the floor. There's a finely crafted table, a bunch of chairs around that table. You briefly see a robed figure hunched over the table that appears to be furiously scribbling on some parchment. And you see old Duncan. You pop out, like, basically right in front of him. Oh! Ian! What are you doing here?
I found some extra security for the thing tomorrow. And
the robed figure will look up. All you catch is a shock of, like, jet black hair, and then white feathers. It looks like have been braided into the hair. Anyone who is familiar with Tam O'Shay knows that this is kind of like a signature style of the rhyme cutters, who are known to associate with witches.
Okay.
And this figure will look up and immediately just poof into thin air.
Damn it. I have both invisibility and see invisibility on my spell list, but I only prepared one of them.
Womp womp.
I have both of those as well, and I prepared neither.
And so you see old Duncan. How did you know about this passage?
I heard about it from the boss. I also...
What
I know that you were...
Is this one of your gambling things? I told you, keep it out of my facility.
I'm making my way around behind Duncan so that I'm flanking, putting Duncan between myself and Gorman.
Anyway, I thought I would, take the initiative and hire some extra security. I know something big's happening tomorrow.
What do you know?
It's the last day of the festival. We need extra security around the inn. They get so chaotic this time of year.
You know it's closed.
Wait, what?
Ian,
I don't remember
it's
that
closed.
memo. Well,
I told you tonight.
I don't remember that, boss. I'm sorry. You made me cook all that food.
I know, Ian, with the tourists. Wait, you're the tourist.
Yo.
What? You brought
Oh,
a
no.
tourist down here.
Yeah, I thought
No.
that they could be the security.
Ian, take her out of here.
Yes,
Take him
sir.
out of here.
I'm sorry.
Take both of them out of here.
Guests, I need you to leave. I'm sorry. I tried to do good, boss.
You too, Ian. I'm so disappointed. How?
Well, you can yell
How
at me
did you
tomorrow.
know? God, Ian, you know I
You're-
am.
You're not exactly subtle about it.
Really? What, do you know what goes on down here?
Well, I assume it's pretty similar to my gambling operation.
Oh, Ian, I have told you time and time again I despise that. I know you're better than this, Ian.
Okay, well, I guess we
Remember
better
when
go.
I hired you? You were drunk on the streets, Ian.
Yes, sir, and I will never forget your kindness in taking me in.
Ian, just go.
Yes, sir.
Just don't come down here, especially not tomorrow, Ian.
I leave.
Something about the way you say Ian in that voice just
Ian!
gets me. Yeah.
My
So
invisibility
Ian
is
is actually
about...
my little brother's name, and it just weirds me out.
My invisibility is about to wear off as it only lasts a minute.
You get up the
Ooh.
ladder fast.
I'm so
follow.
torn, though. Spooky
right, well-
or safe?
Oh, sir, I forgot to tell you there was the spooky one also wanted to do security.
Did you tell him about this?
And I'll lean
This
down
place?
close behind his ear and go, I'm right here.
Huh!
Still invisible.
Oh God, I'm an old man.
And at that point,
I
I will
told
just
him not to do
I will
that.
just leave and go towards the ladder while I'm trying to keep my invisibility up until I can get up it.
Oh. God, I'm too old for this. Yeah, and he kind of tries to stop you from going any farther. He makes it very clear you're not supposed to be down here. And that he's very surprised that you know about this passage.
I also only have a minute, so we need to book it out of here. Let's go.
Away we go.
Yeah, he is. As you close the thing behind you, you hear it like very. If a lock could be locked angrily, you hear it lock angrily.
I've done it before, so yeah, I get it.
Believe me, everything can be done angrily.
And as that hatch kind of closes behind you, you hear one more time, "Goddamn wizards!"
Yes. Give me power, old man.
It's just going to
So
be,
we should
by
go
the
back
end of
to
this
the
entire
room and
session,
talk.
it's just going to be us, the SpongeBob meme. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Unless you want to do anything else, I'm gonna say it's tomorrow morning.
Okay. Will
Works
we be
great.
able to re-prep the spells that we spent?
Oh yeah. You have plenty of time. The festivities don't really kick off until like noon anyway. So
Okay.
I find myself regretting some of my spell choices and wishing they were different things.
Well, you can change which ones you
But
have
I can
prepared.
just buy more spells later. No, I mean like my learned spells, not
no,
not my prepared.
mean,
I can change
is
prepared every
also
day,
the-
but
it's also the first session. I don't mind if you swap a few of them out.
okay.
So are we going to
You-
talk
it
about
is
the
a
lady
brand
with
new
the
system
feathers
for
in her
you, so-
hair?
True.
Oh yes. I'll have all of you roll a society.
That's a good idea.
So I'll tell you if you know that the kind of the importance of the feathers.
Oh, big oof.
I
character.
have. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I have lore pertaining to this area in general. Would I be able to roll lore instead of society?
Oh yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
And in fact, I would say the DC would even be lower.
Then I will do that because that is a much better skill for me.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Where is the? There we go.
So, Fevos, you know the significance. You kind of like, I'm kind of playing this as like you studied up on like the local like culture and like customs, and so you kind of know like, oh, you know, rhyme cutters wear, you know, snow raven feathers in their hair
I
because
got
they
a 25.
think, you know, they think the snow raven is an incredibly, you know, good animal. Oh yeah, Etrian, also 100%. Of course, yeah. It's a rhyme cutter. Like you it's like second hand to you. It's like, you know, rhyme
Is
cutters
there
just
any
wear
significance as to the
snow raven
number of
feathers.
feathers or their location to indicate any sort of rank in the social hierarchy? Is there religious significance?
So not really. It's just like
It's kind of a cultural thing.
that's what rhyme. It's like, yeah, it's what rhyme cutters do. They just kind of braid them in.
Okay.
Men and women actually.
Okay.
It's kind of like a show of like social status, how intricate the braids are, but
Okay. Did I get a chance to see how intricate her braids were, or did she disappear before I really had a chance to get a good look at her?
yeah, she zooped as soon as she heard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that was definitely a rhyme cutter down there,
Okay.
or someone who wanted to look like a rhyme cutter.
Okay. I am changing from invisibility to see invisibility as my prepared in the morning.
I swapped out a first level for shockwave, a second level for invisibility, and a third level for hypnotic pattern.
Cool. Right. So
Well,
it
seems
is.
the rhyme cutters have a bit of an interest in what's going on here, or at least a particular rhyme cutter.
The rhyme cutters also have like that same like vaguely unsavory kind of, you know, cultural thing. Like it's they of
Bad
all of the
reputation.
clans, right? They do kind of have a bad reputation, entirely kind of like undeserved. The witches, the small like enclaves of witches mostly keep to themselves, and very few of the enclaves of witches are actually even like unfriendly.
Given my background and my not necessarily my upbringing, but given my close association with it, would I have any knowledge as to any existing witches that might be considered, or witches or witch covens that might be considered particularly dangerous?
As far as you know, actually, it's pretty calm in Witchland right now.
Well, seems the bigots have gotten the best of him, clearly. But we've got a beautiful day ahead of us. So unless you plan on sneaking in and digging through that old man's, back room, I suggest we take in the sights. Or rather, I'd like to take in the sights.
Yeah,
It is
I'm
the
gonna say.
entire reason I came here. So
Yeah, it's like the streets. It's like festival right now. It's like it smells like a combination of like sugar,
Yeah.
fried food, and like
Yeah.
EO, like that festival smell. The streets are packed. There's like different like colorful tents set up. There's games of skill. There's games of luck. There's, you know, all kind of competition, both unofficial and sanctioned. The biggest attraction, of course, is the yearly combat trial, which has already started. So would you like to, would all of your characters, like, are they going to split up? Are they all going to kind of hang out together?
Gorman starts walking toward the nearest food stall.
Yeah, there is one right across from the tavern.
Goes right there. What do they have?
They are
Probably-
selling comically large drumsticks.
Yes. That will be even better in my tiny hands.
What's your plan for the day, Yasra?
I'm not really one for festivals, so
Care to come watch some heads roll with me?
I've seen plenty of that in my day, but
As have I.
yeah, I guess if that's where there's any troublemakers, that could be, well, I assume they'd think like you, so yeah.
I would like to go see some violence, please.
A learned lad. If you've got the stomach for it, there's a bit of bloodshed to be wagered on. That interests you?
Me or the short one?
Learned
I
lad.
didn't-
So,
Okay, that's
Oh, I didn't hear learned.
sorry. Learned
I
lad.
missed that part. I only heard lad.
Learned lad.
I suppose it is
I
the
believe
attraction
that.
of the day, so if I can find something to eat that isn't quite so uncivilized.
Speaking
sure
of
they've got some
eating,
It's really tasty.
where did you
I'm
get
sure it
that,
is.
Gorman? That
Just
looks
point to
delightful.
Gorman's
just
not going to
point to
stop
the
eating.
stand.
He's just going to point.
Yeah.
Just eating one drumstick, pointing with the other.
Do they have
I
any?
We'll be
Can I see
right
them
back.
selling anything besides the enormous drumsticks, or is this like an enormous drumstick stand?
It's, it's an
That's
enormous
all. That's
drumstick.
the
stand.
only thing.
Okay, that's the only thing they sell. Good. That's the best way. Do I see any other food stands nearby?
Yeah. There are like any kind of thing that could be fried, and like coated in powdered sugar. They got it.
Cool. I guess
there
I'll
is a
just
distinct
order-
lack of anything good for you.
That's fine as long as it's not just a giant messy leg of something.
Gorman's going
Yeah,
to go
let's
get a
see.
funnel cake.
They have all kinds of stuff. There is a place that is just selling soup. They have like they're just giving out bowls of soup. That
I just love it. Festival foods, finger foods, all the terrible things you can have for you, and then just soup.
I'm
Garmin wants
definitely gonna
all
go
of
to the
it.
soup.
yeah. There is a very big sign, kind of hung very hastily under the actual sign for the stall that says "must bring own container."
So I didn't really think about like miscellaneous, just small possessions other than magic items when I was building my character. Would I have a bottle accessible to myself for some soup for the like on the go soup?
You definitely have a water skin.
That's a little bit weird.
Soup skin.
Gorman
soup
empties his
skin,
water skin and
soup.
approaches.
I would say you maybe have like a glass jar of something. It might be full of something, but you definitely have a glass jar.
With my
Just kinda
hat,
kick-
I can see. With my hat, I can use Mage Hand, correct? With my hat of the Magi.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Hat of
Darn
the
it.
Magi.
Never mind.
I think you can. I thought you could choose like one of a couple, but I could be wrong.
I think there's Hand of the Mage or Hand of
Oh
the
yeah, Hand of the Mage
Sorry.
gives you that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never mind then.
Like a petrified hand. Hey, we
It's like
both
a
have the
gross-
same hat.
We do.
sick ass mummified hand.
So strange.
I will return at this time, holding a drumstick in each hand, double
Yeah.
fisting.
I'll pass on the soup, bite the bullet, and go get a drumstick.
You know, added man. Well, there's two of you now. Smarter man, I assume.
My name is Fevos.
Fevos. There's been weirder fluids in my mask before, so if you need a bowl, you can use this.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. I thank you, but I'll pass. And I'll just walk towards the drumstick stand.
From his bag, Gorman is going to pull a cauldron because he has one. I would like soup in this, please.
Well, you must be out of your gourd. Oh, in a big container like that. Oh, who do you think you're fooling?
You said to bring my own container.
He clearly
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have a
back
gourd
with my
lad. It
drumstick.
is a cauldron.
Can I make a diplomacy check to make this guy fill his cauldron with soup?
It's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never specified the size of the container. I really feel you should serve this man. And so let me reopen my character sheet because it decided to close for some reason. Or I closed it and I just wasn't paying attention. That's the wrong skill. There we go. That's the right skill. 29.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but if you say I'm gonna go out and buy you a beer, you don't ask for a cask, do you?
Gorman just
And-
shakes
it's one
the empty
beer.
cauldron.
He's gonna put
Uh,
2 giant ladlefuls of soup into the cauldron, and away with ye.
That's probably more than you would have gotten with a bowl.
Shake
so.
it more. Shake it more.
No, go on, you wee bastard.
While this is going on, I'm going to
Uh.
keep an eye for any rhyme cutters that match the general stature of the woman that I saw last night.
Yeah. You actually see in the combat tournament a rhyme cutter woman of pretty similar build, at least height and build wise, to the woman in the robe, and she is tearing it up. She is not taking any hostages.
Weapon of choice?
No, nobody's died. You can pretty easily find out just kind of by talking to the crowd that this is Iona Sailkirk.
Iona Sailfin?
Sailkirk.
Sailkirk.
Yeah, S like sail and then CIRC, Sailkirk. Kind of the favored entrant for this combat tournament. Had a very near loss last year and took it rather personally, and has kind of approached it with a lot of gusto this time.
Is this hand-to-hand combat or weapons a thing?
It is a weapons thing, but they are kind of like sparring weapons. They're
Blunted tools. What's her weapon
not
of choice?
blunted. Big old longsword, just like a claymore.
Gotcha. Hey, Astra. Think you could take that one? She looks pretty tough.
I'm thinking yes, but such trivial feats of combat aren't really I don't really care.
I find somebody nearby and go, "Ah, is it too late to enter?"
Well, of course it's too late to enter. What are you talking about?
I just got here,
Like
you
you-
right patty bastard.
Oh,
Were you-
don't you be calling me a bastard. Oh, yeah. Do you come to the pub at 11:30 and then say, "Oh, is it too late to have dinner?"
Well, if I'm hungry, then I might.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You weren't considering trying to make me enter and you rooting for me, were you?
I was.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, look at
definitely
her.
what he was
Look at how
considering.
fucking big she is.
Were you
He's
even gonna
really got a
ask
point.
permission?
My dear, if you're looking for an opportunity to crack skulls, this is the best one.
I prefer to crack the skulls of people that deserve it.
What
My
kind
dear.
of degenerate enters a fighting tournament? Honestly, you'd have plenty of deserving skulls to crack.
Perhaps ones with friends like you?
Well, that goes without saying, my dear.
Well, we're not friends.
Well, then that works out all the better.
After eating some of it, Gorman's gonna pass Fevos the cauldron of soup. Here, you said you wanted some.
Scoop, scoop,
did,
fast.
yes, but now I've got this thing. It's probably about half eaten by now.
You can dip it in the cauldron if you want.
I hadn't considered this. Why not? And I'll dip it in the cauldron and then take a bite. I will
Okay,
make a note that
there,
every
like-
time I take a bite, I am using prestidigitation to clean my face. Every single time.
Fair.
And
Oh no, it's more
It,
like
um,
take a bite, snap my fingers, and it's just clean. Or wave my hand or something. I just
I'll
don't
find
want
my way
face
into
to be
the
dirty.
stands around the ring if I can. Try and
yeah,
present myself in sort of a looming spooky form so that I can kind of weave my way to the front and kind of wave to my newfound companions.
Yeah.
so as you wave, like you're turned around and they're looking at you, and right behind you is Iona, just like beating the tar out of this incredibly burly man. And she grabs him and she like lifts him over her head and just tosses him into the crowd. And this giant bell gets rung, and she like holds up one arm in the air, and like this person like runs out and puts an incredibly gaudy crown on her head. And like a giant cheer comes up from the crowd.
I will use message, the cantrip, because she's within 120 feet of me, and just saying in her direction so that she doesn't know who it's coming from. So you like sneaking around at night, do you?
She's gonna like look around. She seems genuinely confused.
Okay, probably not our gal. I'll keep that to myself.
As the people kind of crowd around her, they like bring her up to this like stage right near the grounds of the combat trials. And they push a cup into her hand, like this like fancy goblet. She takes the stage, and you can tell she's like riotously drunk right now. Just has been throughout the entire combat tournament. So she's kind of standing, like swaying a little bit. She's like sloshing the goblet, like on occasion, just like a little spill of stuff has fallen out. Like standing in front of this giant crowd on this stage, and the crowd like goes quiet. And they look at her for like just a second or two, very quiet, and then someone in the back shouts, "Get on with it!" And she like, oh, and she has a speech. She says, "My friends, my fellow warriors, and the rest of you lot, consider this: we are here today to celebrate a great victory, and we are here to celebrate a great loss. My great victory, and the rest of the tournament goers' great loss." And then half the crowd like boos, and the other half of the crowd is like, yeah. And she composes herself, and she kind of continues. More importantly, I would like to thank all of you for being here. Y'all continue to carry on the proud tradition of Tam O'Shay, swearing fealty to your clan, establishing glory in battle, and puking in an alley. And I'd like to take a moment to, and then her speech is interrupted by this explosion, this boom. It shakes the ground. People like scream out, and there's this giant plume of smoke visible to the northeast of the square, which you all know as the direction that the Gilded Gosling is. Yeah, the Gilded Goose is in.
Lazy Susan!
Oh,
Oh no.
Gorman starts running.
I'm following Gorman.
Yep.
So,
I have no idea who Lazy Susan is, but I'm worried that there's a dame that's in trouble.
So as you kind of make it back, the sign for the Gilded Goose Tavern lays like charred in the road, ripped from its place, hanging over the doorway. The gutted frame of the tavern stands engulfed in flame. The pieces of broken glass from the iron lattice windows lay in sharp fragments all over the streets, and the flames engulfing the tavern, fortunately, do not leap to other buildings, as there was an alley kind of on each side, and a small garden in the back. As people rush to the scene, guards kind of form a perimeter. A man dressed in fine clothing kind of pushes through the guards, and he falls to his knees, and he's like weeping. And he says, my brother was in that building. Someone please save him. And it's very obvious that nobody's going in there. It's like certain death to go in that building.
Does he seem genuine?
Oh, he's like ugly crying. He eventually does like compose himself after he realizes he's in the middle of a crowd.
Looking to make a name for myself, I will step forward and say, what happened to your brother there, lad?
Oh, it's Simon. Oh, it's Simon. Why? And Simon told me he had this thing to go to, you see. And Simon's always been kind of
Get to the point, boy.
Oh, Simon.
What happened?
I don't know. I know Simon was in there. I'm gonna have it's Simon. Simon Needlecoat, why? Why did you have to be there today?
Simon Needlecoat. Okay.
Yeah, and Simon Needlecoat actually rings a bell to you. He's the current Pine Burler delegate to the council advising the Grim Wolf, like a big name. And
is the building currently up in flames?
Yeah, it's on fire.
Okay, can I go get my goat?
Yeah, you go around as you kind of sneak past the guards and go around the back, just very quickly. And Lazy Susan is there, and she's just kind of chomping at the mint.
Terrified. Eating quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna pluck the rest of the mint and get her off of the hitching post and lead her away, back to the group.
Yep. Yeah, you successfully bring back Lazy Susan. I'm going to have everyone roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Not to snag the spotlight, but I will turn to the crowd. Saying, sorry, perception check, you said?
Yes.
I'm not good at these. Great.
It's still listing Yasra's
Oni. Yeah, let me see if I can change that.
It's not darn it, it's not letting me actually. Where do you actually? There, okay, there we go.
It's the left side of your sheet.
No, that's not what I wanted. No, darn it. I have accidentally upgraded my. There we go. Just roll the perception.
Mandy, you are on the wrong page.
Me?
You're on Killian's Tavern. What are you doing on Killian's Tavern?
I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm just on the notice board.
Yeah, that's
okay. I got a 24 on my perception.
Okay. Yeah, all four of you notice that there is a couple standing in the crowd, and they are wearing nothing but bed sheets.
All right.
They are kind of standing in a doorway of a house.
Okay.
You can kind of intuit that is their house.
Gotcha. I'm gonna turn to the crowd and just loudly cackle and say, "Bunch of cowards!" And then I will rush into the burning building.
Oh, okay. Roll me a reflex save.
Sure. Why not? I'm here for a good time, not necessarily a long time. Saves.
Maybe a very short time.
Could be a very short time. We'll find out. Reflex save. I.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're only going to take half damage. So take 15 fire damage.
15 fire damage. All right.
Yeah, you are in like a conflagrated building.
Okay.
It is like painful to breathe.
All right. I'm going to look around and see if I can see anybody.
You don't see any people, but you do see that hatch is thrown open.
Okay. Diving for it.
Okay. It is on fire down there too.
Down there too. All right.
I'm gonna.
Do I like see anything? Anything of note?
Yes, actually, you see a kind of like this hulking figure, and if you want to identify it,
Sure.
I'm gonna have you roll me.
I have so few hit points.
Let's see. What am I thinking? It's an occultism check.
Occultism.
Yeah.
Sure. I have no idea anything about the occult. Where is the skills tab? Oh, my criminally. Inventory, spellbook, character skills. There it is. Gee, minute Christmas.
The one with the little hand symbol.
Occultism. 14.
Yeah. This is not a human.
Cool. Any key identifying features?
Yeah. It's got mandibles.
Christ.
It's got like tentacles on its head. It's got 4 arms. And what is it? Digitigrade legs? It's got the weird legs. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that like
on the toes?
Yeah, like dog legs, you know?
Gotcha.
Like on their toes. Yeah.
So a couple of back switch legs, 4 limbs, mandibles, and tentacles off the head.
Yep. Kind of looks like a predator a little bit, but with those specific kind of legs and 4 arms.
All right. I immediately regret my decision.
It sees you, and then it decides it goes further down the hallway. It's not really interested in you.
Okay. I will try and stay low to avoid the smoke and follow.
Okay. Roll me another reflex save.
Okay. This will probably determine whether or not I stick around.
Oh no! So you're gonna take 25 damage.
Sweet.
Are you just about to die, session 1?
I am going to, realizing that I am in for a bad time, I'm going to backtrack as quickly as I can.
Yeah. You are able, through the sheer fear of your own death, to very quickly book it out of there.
I come tumbling out, basically, of the front door, just coughing and wiping soot and smoke, and just kind of yelling, "What in the fuck was that?"
A burning building?
Nah. Had 4 fucking arms, tentacles on its head, mandibles, and the back switch legs.
Is that an Arcana check that I can make right there to try and recognize that, or an Academia check?
That is an occultism.
Can I make an Academia lore check?
No, this is a weird ass creature.
I can
only
still make an
occultism
occultism,
here.
actually, so
Gorman is going to
I'll go ahead and do
immediately
that.
come forward and do some first aid on Etrian.
Yeah, I will drink my lesser potion of healing.
You
as
know
well.
that this is definitely not a creature that is from Tam O'Shay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I did not do a hot job on my medicine check.
You know that it is probably not of this
Not of this realm.
not of this realm in general.
Some sort of extra planet horror thing.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird monster.
Okay. I will regain 8 hit points as I drink my lesser potion.
Did you bonk your head, skinny man?
Laugh it up, laugh it up. Nah.
Oh, well, I can't do a medicine.
He
check
did
there, I
just
don't have
walk
to-
into a burning building.
Risked my bloody hide to figure out what the fuck was going on. I found something weird. Oi, guards! The fuck is going on here?
I doubt they'll be able to tell you anything.
So two of the guards are kind of like pacifying the man who has been like wailing. One of them says to him, "Oh, calm down, Donnie. Calm down." You'd surmise that this man's name is Donnie.
Yeah, I will also thank Gorman for attempting to first aid me.
Well, I realized that I don't have a healing kit, so I can't actually do that. But
you still,
I will throw.
it's the
I'll
thought
throw
that
a
counts,
blanket
lad.
over you.
Appreciate the effort.
I would help if I could. Unfortunately, I am useless here.
Now we run into the first problem with this party. No healing.
Well, you know, two of you, I think, are trained in medicine.
Yeah, I just need to go get an actual medical kit.
Yeah, they are around. Any general store should have them. But the guards turn to you, and they say, "Yeah, what's going on?
There's some sort
What
of
are you going
abomination.
building for? It's on fire."
There's some sort of
we were-
abomination down there in the cellar.
Oh, you've been inhaling too much smoke.
Oh, you right fucking funny lad.
Oh, what are you calling me a fucking funny lad for? You need to go head first into a burning building. You're the funny one.
I'll step really close to him and then in a very deadly serious voice go, "At least I'm not a coward." And then turn away.
You're damn right I'm a coward. I'm gonna go step into a burning building. Hey! What have you with the building?
Oh, so now he wants to know what I've seen, huh?
Oh no! Why'd you go in there?
Well, if it's any business of yours, my backpack was up there.
Oh, so you were staying there?
Yeah?
Are you from out of town?
A lot of waste of time, Fevos will say.
Oh, we got a smart one over here. Are you from out
Yes,
of town?
I'm incredibly smart. We're from out of town. We were staying at the inn. Clearly, it's on fire.
No,
Excuse me,
Something extra planner was down there, apparently. We
He's
don't
gonna
have
fish
time
out.
for this.
Rhyme?
He's gonna fish out a small piece of parchment and a small, like, little quill, and he's gonna start writing. Oh, for you, from out of town, eh? Oh, it just the day before, you say. Oh, it ain't that a coincidence.
Excuse me, sir. Ooh, did not want to do Irish there. Fuck, I can't start the French.
Excuse me, sir.
Isn't everyone from out of town right now? It's a festival. There we go.
Yeah, but you're with him, right?
Yes, we were sharing a room. I did not meet him until last night.
Oh, sharing a roommate.
Yes, there were
Alright,
4
alright,
straw
boys,
beds crammed into one room. It was,
Right, good kindling.
amenable. Ah, yes.
All right, boys, both of them
Indeed.
are witnesses. And the guards will now approach you. Oh, no, now you don't have to make it. now, don't don't. We're not going to put a manacle. We're not going to lock you up. Just It's not every day that an explosion happens.
Well, it seems you've lost yourself a very important individual.
Well, of course. That's why we're trying to dust every nook and cranny.
I don't see you looking to arrest anyone else here.
Well, that's because you're from out of town.
Also,
As is everyone else.
are we missing the
but they
very
didn't make
important part
themselves known.
where there's a terrifying fucking Eldar beast no more than 100 fucking feet away from us?
Well, yeah, but I didn't see it. Did you? And you've just inhaled a whole lot of smoke.
He speaks of a real beast.
Care for me to bring you there and show you?
No, it's a burning building. I'm not going in there.
Look, can you please just let us go on about our business, and I'm gonna diplomacy him.
Okay, well, we won't go to the barracks, but we will go to a tavern. We got to get this sorted.
We have told you every piece of information that we have. All you will
I
do
haven't
is
written it down,
wasting
have
both of
I?
our time.
Well, I like wasting time.
Of
I
course
got to make
you
sure
do.
I'm wasting all the time possible.
What
There
race
you
is
go.
this guy?
It's
What race is this guy? Hold on.
it's a human.
It just baffles me how much humans like to waste time with how short their lives already are, but fine.
They're gonna just kind of like corral you guys
Darn it! I was
down
gonna
the
look around.
road.
I was gonna look around and see if there was another exit from that tunnel somewhere.
They are gonna actually take you down to Killian's Tavern. You
All
guys can all pop on over there.
As we're
I'm
walking,
gonna activate this.
if we happen to pass any food stalls, Gorman's going to purloin whatever food he can while they're distracted.
Whoa! Hold up there, Tubby. What do you think you're doing?
Sampling the local delights. They are currently watching the fire, so I was just going to leave this coin here and take this pastry.
You're not sampling shit.
Okay, he's going to put the pastry back, but try and palm it.
Okay.
So I'm a thieving.
Yeah, you palm the pastry.
Yeah, I do.
And no more funny business out of you. Right. Yeah, so they bring you into Killian's Tavern, which is a much nicer tavern than the one you were staying at. The guards have kind of cleared it out and kind of, like there are a couple people in the corner that are being tended to that have burns. They kind of sit you all in this area, right? Now let me pull some guards out here.
I'm just continuing to wipe off the soot and pick at the burnt parts of my outfit and mutter to myself grumpily.
Let's make that.
Trying to do a good fucking deed, and all you get is fucking talked at, and now I'm being talked to by the fucking guards. No good deed goes unpunished, I say.
Don't be hobgoblin soldiers. Be guards.
Quick question.
Visibly roll my eyes in his
How
direction.
long lived are changelings?
It's changeling is a modification to the base race, so I would be as long lived as you would be.
Oh, okay. So you're
Unless
just an elf,
maybe
basically.
some sort of witchy magic has made me live a lot longer. Wink.
Fair. Wink.
Boy, you step back from the bar.
But I would very much like a pint to calm my nerves.
Yeah, and wouldn't I like a pint too?
Yes, around for everyone, please.
I'll sidle up to the bar as well and also order a pint.
No pints.
Yes, pints.
No pints.
I vote for pints.
No!
How much
No
gold do I
pints!
have?
Come on!
I will take 10 gold and lay it across the bar top. We'll take pints.
Okay, one pint each.
We'll each take 2 pints, 1 for the guards apiece.
What? I'm pouring them.
It's my money.
I'm just gonna look at that 10 gold and like sigh inside because that's spells that could be learned.
Gorman's gonna try and pick it up as subtly as he can.
Oh no! This guy is on it as far as
2 pints apiece plus 1 for each of the guards. And he can keep whatever the tip is, which I assume is substantial.
Oh, okay. Oh, fine. All right.
I'm just carrying both my mugs, sitting down. Actually, I will grab 4 mugs and hand 2 off to Yazra. With kind of
I'll pick one up and then use a mage hand to pick up the other and just float it next to me.
Gorman's double fisting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now who's first? Who's first? Come on, who's first?
With what?
With the questions.
Isn't that your job?
Well, I was hoping one of you would volunteer.
I seem to have misunderstood what's happening here. Were you not planning to interrogate us?
Well, yes. One of
Do
you
you know
one of
how
you has to go
interrogations
first.
work?
Look, it's been a long day.
Gorman's just going to start babbling gibberish in Jotun, in the hopes that he thinks that I don't speak common.
Even though you were just...
You are speaking. I know. You speak the common tongue.
I just keep speaking Jotun.
I've had battles with lame ducks more terrifying than you. Just start asking your questions.
That's it. You go first. Come on. Over here.
Fine. I'll walk. We're mugging each
So
hand.
he's
Turn
gonna
back
bring
and
you
wink
over
at
to
Yazra
this
and keep
table.
going. I'll move myself.
So there's 2 guards kind of watching the 3 of you, and then this guy is now asking questions of Etrian.
Sure.
And he's not actually asking you anything that is like, why did you come here? Blah blah blah. Do you know these people? Have you ever heard of just the standard kind of? He's just grilling you.
I've been here longer than you've been alive. I've never met these people before in my life. I met them minutes before you showed up here.
And as he is grilling you, these 2 guards are chatting with each other.
Cool. What are the Patriots over here?
Yeah. So you 3 overhear these 2 guards chatting. They're not really trying to be quiet about it. They have a beer. They're just kind of talking. They know you're not gonna. They don't expect you to kind of run away, so they're not really being. They're being rather lax. They are actually chatting about how it's been really rough lately. There's been a lot of disappearances. And that this is kind of like the last thing that they need is for someone important to disappear. And that they actually had their eye on this specific place for a while. They had heard of some unsavory dealings.
Yazra will take this opportunity to pipe up not being asked.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been looking at this place for a while and we just told you we got here yesterday, why are we being questioned?
Hey, we're asking the questions, not you.
You're really not.
Yes, we are.
No.
He stated.
Yes. Yes. What?
I haven't heard a single question come out of any of you.
What? We gotta question you all separate to make sure your stories line up.
I am just bullshitting the entire time. Every word out of my mouth is a lie, by the way. I am spinning the tallest tale I am capable of spinning.
After he finishes interrogating you, he interrogates all the rest of you kind of in sequence. He doesn't really throw you any hardballs. He doesn't even ask you any like hard-hitting questions, right? This seems like oddly easy to answer. So after he finishes questioning all of you...
So, question. On the way back, like, in between, does he escort me back, or does he just stay at his table?
He escorts you back.
Okay. Damn it.
Do I... Sorry.
Yes.
Do I get the impression that after a while that they actually even suspect us? Or am I starting to get the impression that they're just trying to waste our time?
Roll me a sense motive.
Sense?
That's an action, I think. You should
I
be able
also
to
had
click on your
a similar
character.
request.
Yeah.
Slightly different, but similar.
I really like the drop-down menu under actions, and then...
There it is. Oh wait, I clicked it. Did I? Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Oops. I guess it's just a perception.
Okay.
That's under attributes in the quick bar.
Wow.
Yeah. You get the sense that at least the guy that is questioning all of you, is just kind of going through the motions.
So yeah, I was gonna also ask to make a perception check to see if I can just kind of tell if they were just doing all of this to keep up appearances, like they're not actually looking to get information from us at all.
Yep.
Would that be
do
a
the
perception roll?
just yes, also a perception.
15.
They're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
They're
Poorly.
trying their best. They seem maybe incompetent
And
to
their
you,
best is bad.
but they
Yeah,
seem to be
okay.
genuine.
I literally have written down being interrogated by incompetence. I actually have that written.
Okay, listen. We're gonna walk out of here now because you are doing nothing except wasting our time. And you're gonna do so out of self-preservation because we'll give you something that you need to question people about if you don't let us leave otherwise.
One of the so at this point you guys have they've kind of like, as the interrogations have gone on, they've let you kind of sit down at like these tables, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of just wherever you would like to sit. There's one kind of watching the door. There's another like over here, just kind of keeping an eye. This guy's kind of walked out and he's near the bar now.
I'm making sure to sit at whatever table Yazra's at. She doesn't like me, and
So,
I'm enjoying it.
The fire.
As he, as you kind of say that, Yazra, the guard who's kind of been leading all of like the interrogations, says to the guy near the door, "Oh, maybe she's right. We'll take it from here. Clyde and I will do the paperwork." And then that guard says, "Oh, are you sure?" And the guy says, "Oh, yeah, it's fine." And so Clyde, the guard, walks out the door. And this guard walks over after him and locks both of these.
Are those the only doors?
Yes. And at this point, as Clyde walks away, these two guards start to kind of jellify They start to kind of morph and shift shape.
I figured it was being too fucking weird.
Something was definitely strange.
And what you see is a strange creature. Like the skin of this creature is almost like translucent. You can see like weird, like pulsating muscle and like organs underneath.
He's an amoeba.
Single cell. Little.
And instead of these cards, you see these.
Like it.
Excuse me. I had better art for this.
That's right.
I had this art. It's better.
Ah, yes.
What if
Yeah.
I like that less? Because that's horrible.
Yummy, yummy,
Isn't
yummy,
it?
yum.
Yum.
Isn't it great?
We'll go with that word.
Gotta love the flesh Gumby.
Yeah.
Flesh gumbo? Is that what
Flesh
you
gum.
Flesh Gumby.
Okay. And with that, the one who's been leading the thing says, "You know too much. It's best that you leave town." And I'm gonna have everyone roll a little initiativo.
Yeah. Is this just the regular
No
ass kind of
combatant
initiative?
found for Gorman Déjeuner.
Yeah, I'm adding
Oh,
you guys to.
Attributes, I think it is. Yeah.
Aha!
Aha. Okay.
I crit failed.
You never get to go.
I don't know how
What
I
did you
get a 0.5, but I'm at 18.5. I'm at 20. Oh, yeah, sorry.
tie.
I get 18. I got 27.
I got 29.
All these numbers are so big.
Not
Okay.
mine.
Oh, Gorman got a 15. Let me modify. 15. Okay. Begin the combat. Tell me if you guys hear this. Do you hear the music? Is
No.
it playing? Oh,
Uh-huh.
dang it.
Yep.
Now it is.
There it is.
It was on a delay.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. It is here.
Are you able to turn it down just a little bit?
Yes, I can totally do that.
Spooky.
Perfect.
That's better.
Now I can barely hear
Okay.
Yeah, now I can't hear anything actually.
I'll turn it up just a little. How's that?
There
We're
we
in
go.
the middle.
That's
yeah.
better.
Okay.
Camera's here.
Okay. It is Fevos's turn.
Okay, so I have an important question about the UI here.
Mhm.
If I click on it, does that just cast it? It doesn't like pull up a summary or anything?
So for spells, if you click on it, yeah, that should just cast it.
Okay.
I think.
And then what is the little like minus icon next to it? Would that be for
That
like
means
quick?
that is expend slot. That's like take it out. So if you have like 2, you can click on it once, and then when you click on it the second time, that takes it away, so you can't even see it.
Okay, interesting. Oh wait, that pulled up my character sheet. Okay,
And
whatever.
if you want, you can click on something to target it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
should just look like little.
I think it's like
arrows
double
targeting it.
right click. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
double right click something, you can actually target and then untarget them,
Okay.
which is
Double
kind of cool.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Spell compendium got closed. I need to look at a range real quick. I apologize. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna. This is slightly faster.
Question: would I have had a chance to draw my weapon?
I would say no.
Okay.
Unless you kind of instinctively drew it. But
It just depends on
Yeah,
how
actually,
long it
we'll
took them
say-
to transform. Because if I had like a turn's worth of watching them blah, 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 then I would have probably pulled a sword out, but it's up to you.
You know what? I'll say yes. It was pretty disgusting what you just witnessed.
Great. The undulation gave me an opportunity.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say all of those of you who wield weapons will have the opportunity to draw them.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I will wait. Oh, okay. I see what happened there. I will go ahead and just cast. Where did it go? Yeah, I will fear this guy right here.
Okay.
Why does this keep popping up every time Okay. I get a weird pop-up every time I hover over spells.
Oh. Okay.
So did that...
Magic
that
missile.
do the thing? Oh wait, that's not what I meant to click on. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Why? I get an add remove subcategories pop-up every single time I hover over spells.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a, this should be higher than DC 14. What is your spell safety sheet? Should be a little higher than that. I'm gonna double check on this.
Pretty sure that's what's on my...
22. Okay. I'm saving against
So why
22.
Why is it so low then if it should be higher? What happened there?
Weird.
Okay. He does make it, so he succeeds. He is frightened 1. Okay.
Why can't I get my character sheet to come up now? Ah.
Okay, so that is 2 actions. What would you like to do for your 3rd action?
I guess I'll just move
Okay.
over here.
Alright. Etrian.
Alright. I will kind of cackle a little bit to myself as the green eye begins to emit a wispy, kind of green, like smoke of some kind. And then I will cast, I will use Spell Strike, and whilst I'm casting, I believe I have, I believe I have prepared, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch, because I am not feeling great right now. So I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch, and while I'm doing this, I will use Slide Casting, and then slide my way over next to this guy, and then use my 3rd action to make a melee attack against him.
That sounds pretty cool.
Alright. Does a 20 hit him?
20... Let's see. Let me double check. No.
Darn it.
It does not.
I move quickly, leaving like faint green after images as I slide forward and swing my blade in front, but unfortunately to no avail, and that's my turn.
Okay. Okay,
If I
it's
reload
this
my
guy's
page,
turn.
will that break anything?
I don't think so.
Because it's not letting me pull up my character sheet.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Everyone else's is working, just not mine.
Okay. I am going to... Let's see here. This faceless stalker is going to claw at you. Ooh! I just hit.
Just hit.
And then I'm going to deal damage. 18.
Fabulous.
Time to get hurt.
Okay, yeah, I am hurting.
I should. Yeah. That's one action.
Mm-hmm.
Then he is going to grab you.
Okay.
And like this long, like weird 3-pronged tongue comes out of this hole in this thing's face and like just wraps around you. And then it's going to attempt to claw you one more time.
Okay.
Oh,
I might go down immediately. We'll see what happens.
13.
I am still standing, if only barely.
Okay. Yasra.
I've got 3 hit points.
If you're okay, how do diagonals work in Pathfinder? Is that
It's 5, then 15.
So each
Or 5,
diagonal
then
is
10.
a square and a
Yeah,
half.
5, then 10. Yeah.
okay? Am I technically next to the monster then, or am I'm not?
Yeah, you are definitely next to it.
Okay. And then, because I'm unclear on it, how many times could I technically attack in a turn?
3.
I know you get. Oh, cool.
So if you click on your strikes, it should have like plus 15, plus 10, plus 5.
Yep.
And that's
Those would be
your
the ones you
3
click.
attacks kind of in turn. Although if you would like to rage, you get more stuff.
I will go
And it
ahead and
takes
test
one
out
action.
raging since we have not yet done combat. So I will rage. Yep. If that does it,
I think
I
it's
don't
an
know.
action.
Yeah, there is an action. I don't know if it actually activates all the macro. You deal 2 additional damage. Take a -1 penalty to AC. Okay.
Yeah, I clicked it in the action, but that's all it did, so I don't.
Okay.
I can try my character sheet.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll make a difference.
So yeah,
Okay,
you are raging.
Cool. Okay, so now I'm raging, and I'll hit
There you go.
twice.
Yeah, 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, you hit.
Just barely. Of course, I
Sweet.
fucking missed by 1.
Okay, and then you should be able to click on yeah.
So you
Okay,
do
and then I click
12
takes the
damage.
damage.
Does that?
Oh,
use-
not Etrian. Oops. No, Etrian does not get hit for 0. Etrian
No.
heals for that much.
Why did I heal?
I gave it back to you.
I should only have 3 hit points.
Oh, you were probably at 10 or at 0, and then I gave you 10.
Yeah, I just fixed it. I have 3 hit points.
Okay, cool. Okay,
So,
so I
does
gotta.
the damage that I'm rolling now automatically have the rage damage in it, or?
Yeah, I think you have to add the rage damage, so I think it'd be 12 instead of 10.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
subtract this guy's health by 12 then.
Yeah, because I think if your strength is 18, that would have been a +4, and then you get an additional +2 from raging.
Okay. So
Okay.
Well, I assume. And if you do it a
No,
second
he's-
time, it's going to be a +10 instead. Yeah.
Oh, natural 1.
What am I? Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, okay.
still working out the kinks.
Gotcha.
Work them kinks out.
That one does hit though.
Sweet.
Another 10.
Well,
Another 12. Okay.
Yeah, another 12.
That's surprisingly low for 2d10
Cool.
+4.
that's fun.
Well, it just surprises me that it happened twice in a row.
Hey, my real clicky clackies like me markedly more.
That's fine. I was just noting.
I told you my computer is cursed.
I mean, I missed by 1 in my first round of combat, and now I have 3 hit points out of 66, so...
You went into a burning mill to
also claw at
I
you.
was being heroic. You know, like people do. Maybe just me.
Fedboss was definitely standing outside the entire time.
Okay.
So.
I hit.
Big hit.
And 17 damage. I can actually apply that right now. I haven't targeted a token. I have targeted a token.
Wacky stacky.
There it is. Damage for 17 hit points.
Oh.
He is then going to grab you. With 1 action. And you are now flat-footed. And he's going to claw 1 more time. Say 25. That should hit. And he's going to deal another 2d6. Another 12.
Okay.
Okay, and that's it. For the Faceless Stalker, it is now Gorman's turn. Oh no.
It's my turn.
Gorman's theme.
Yes.
I should
excellent.
probably...
It's so French, I love it.
Okay, so Gorman would like to leap over the bar to this spot.
Okay.
I think I have to roll acrobatics for that because it's more than 10 feet.
Yeah.
But I have a really good acrobatics score, so it should be possible. Do that. 18.
18 will do it.
Okay. I'm in flanking.
Ooh.
Yes.
You are not in flanking. Here is
How do you
flanking.
figure? Well, can I jump to there? Actually,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I use an ability called Skirmish Strike, which lets me move then attack or attack then move.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it can all be part of the same whatever. So, yeah, flanking now. And let's do a murder. But better
18 will
than that.
miss.
Well, that doesn't include the flanking bonus.
Will still miss.
All right.
You will
Well,
miss by 1 when we're
Great.
flanking.
Love it. It's thrilling. I will
How are
attack
we
a
getting these
second
plus
time.
14s and still missing?
There we go.
Good old Pathfinder.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit. Which means I need to do the damage.
Oh.
Okay. So I select this guy and I say he takes this much damage. He is damaged for that much.
Cool. Well, that's 3 actions. That's
Okay.
well. Okay, I think I can use Skirmish Strike on both things? Question mark.
Does it have the flourish tag?
I'm looking. It does.
Okay, then you can only use it once.
Okay. Then I'm done.
Okay, Fevos.
If you shove something into a wall, do they take damage?
No.
Okay.
There is a
Alright.
cool feat that lets you throw things if you're a monk.
Oh, I have telekinetic maneuver, and I was thinking about slamming that guy into the wall. But if it will do nothing, then buggered that noise. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do.
Oh, Jacob, there's
Yeah.
sneak attack damage to do because of flanking, because he's flat-footed.
Oh, yeah. Roll your sneak attack.
don't
You can
know where
totally
that
trip
is.
that guy with your telekinetic maneuver, though.
I could trip him, but what would that even do?
It would make him fall prone. He would be flat-footed, and he would have to spend an action to stand up.
With that frightening
Okay.
grapple he has on me?
I would say yes.
Okay, then I suppose no magic missile. And I will, in fact, telekinetic maneuver him to trip.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, that's 5 extra
I
sneak attack
didn't do the
damage.
thing. Okay then.
So that is going to be a like a spell attack roll using your modifier to trip.
Yeah, I'm trying. There we go. Missed by 1. Great.
That might. I'm going to look at his actual his reflex. No. You trip him. It's against his reflex.
Gotcha.
It's a bit against his reflex DC, which means you actually do trip. So he falls prone on the floor.
Okay, the tongue comes free of me. He's like, ugh! Fucking gross.
And so now I have 1 action left, correct?
Yes.
Spell thing went away. Gotta pull that thing up. So many things to read and learn. Why did I do this to myself?
Well, there's only a small handful of 1-action spells to do, so
Yeah, I
at
was
least your
trying to
choices are limited
decide.
there.
Shield is my go-to for 1-action spells.
That's what I was just looking at right now, so I'll just go ahead and cast Shield on myself.
Okay. Okay. Etrian, you are free
so
from
my spell
grapple.
is still active until the end of my turn, right?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking try and get a good schlack on him.
Schlack.
Oh, that'll hit.
Thank God. Alright, so he will take not only this damage, but
Okay.
he will also take... does he have to make a save against the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just click save. DC 21 basic fortitude. Okay. Save fort. Okay, so he fails.
Okay,
So if you click on damage,
alright.
woo-hoo-hoo,
So he
He
takes a
takes
total of
21.
35 damage, and I gain 10 temporary hit points.
That's zesty.
Alright,
Yeah.
and I need to find out really quick if this spell... Sorry. It doesn't tell me how many actions Produce Flame takes.
produce flame. That is a 2-action cantrip.
Darn it. Alright. Then I'm just going to take 2 weapon attacks against him. 2
Okay.
additional weapon attacks, because my first one hit, and so I'm just trying to fucking just hammer home. Actually, if he's flat-footed or prone, can he... I wouldn't know if he could make opportunity attacks against me, would I?
No, but you did not see this one make an opportunity attack against Gorman when Gorman moved in its threatened
Okay,
range.
then I'm going to move away, and I'm going to drink my other potion. I believe.
Okay.
Those are each 1-action things, right?
Yep.
15, 20, 25. So I move 25 away, and then I'm going to drink my other potion.
Yeah.
Which I just need to go to my inventory and do. And then healing potion moderate. And I regain 24 hit points. Thank God.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Thank God.
Healthy again.
Yes, I'm alright. I'm at 37, so I'm just over half, technically, with my temporary hit points. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Etrian, did you take some of my soup? What did you eat?
Okay. He's gonna spend 1 action.
Tasted
to
like
stand
shite,
up.
but it's got me up and running again.
And he's mad, so he's gonna he's going to move 25 feet here. And strike at... not longsword, claw. Oops. That one. Oh no, I missed. Okay, that's the whole turn.
Cool.
Yasra.
Cool. I guess a small point of order. I forgot that when I rage, I get temp HP equal to my level plus my con mod. And I don't think that applied it automatically. So I think my health would be 9 HP higher? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was like automatic or not, but I just realized that didn't. I don't know if that happened.
I gave Yasra a jaunty rage
Jaunty,
theme.
he calls it.
Does this happen automatically on our turns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
amazing.
I
Okay.
need to
I
pay
dig
more
it.
attention when it's my turn. This is
I dig
great,
it.
though, for the barbarian.
Yeah.
This is perfect. I will use an action to attempt to demoralize the one in front of me, which I guess is also not an automatic thing, or I'm just doing things really wrong.
Demoralize is an intimidate.
Aha! That makes sense.
And I think you have raging intimidation, which allows you to use just a glare.
Oh! I do have raging intimidation.
So
Yeah.
glare, you said?
Glare.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
you can use basically just roll an intimidation check for me. That's versus his will DC.
Okay. If I can.
Should be under the skills hotbar, right?
Yes, should be in the
Yes,
skills
I'm just
bar.
very bad at seeing.
Oh no.
That's 2 natural ones.
Oh no. Yep. You do not scare him,
Okay. I will then
but you do have 2 more actions.
Yes. I will go ahead and strike.
That'll do it.
So 16 damage.
Yep.
And Quacha. Hey.
Natural 20.
Okay. How do you want to kill that guy?
Ooh. I guess with my first strike, I'll strike down, kind of like through his shoulder, and then with my second strike, I'll strike directly up, cleaving through the bottom of his chin and out the top of his head.
Nice.
Ooh. It's brutal.
Brutality. Okay.
Yeah, so
that
he's
makes
very
me-
dead.
Makes me a happy monster.
Okay.
Lady.
Angie.
Gordon.
Yes.
I love how French it is.
Gorman steps 1, 2, 3, 4,
God.
and 5. Oh wait, I guess
The flank.
yeah.
Slick.
And then I shall bap it.
Happy.
Bap. Hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. That definitely hits.
Damage plus
Okay.
my.
Your
I'm trying to
sneak
see if
attack.
there's
Oh,
like
not
a button
Gorman.
for my.
Gorman gets healed for that much.
Thank goodness. I also do. What the fuck is happening? There we go. 9 precision damage from my sneak attacking.
Good night.
Okay. Yep. Is that you still have 1 strike left or 1 action, right?
Yes, I have 1 action left. I hit it again.
Oh yeah, you hit it again.
Oh, as
Yeah, man.
Pathfinder, you can still do sneak attack on every one of your attacks.
As long as you have flanking, you can.
Ah, yes. I remember Pathfinder First Edition. and D&D 3.5, where
Yeah, he's dead.
17.
well,
Yeah, you dispatch these two. Here, I'll end combat.
Vicious vigor.
You dispatch both of these creatures, and out of
we
the
lost
pocket.
Cameron.
Oh no!
Oh no. While we're waiting for Cameron to reconnect, Gorman wants to sniff the jelly they were made of.
It's rank. It is gross.
Putrid.
Gorman's eaten some weird shit before. He just wants to smell it though.
Yeah, I was about to throw up in
Excuse me.
character if you.
Well, it was right fucking weird, wasn't it?
Note. Find the note. Aha. Aha. Okay. Out of one of them's, out of one of the tunics that had kind of fallen to the ground, you see a note peeking out.
So it looks
Gorman
like
will
we
pick up
won.
the note.
While I was
Yeah,
gone.
you did win.
Okay.
You can all click on that note, and you'll see the note.
Whoa! The
Yeah.
note says that a tattered note lies on the floor. Holy shit!
What note?
Yeah. There's a note on the ground here.
I don't see a note.
Oh.
Should be right next to Gorman.
If
I
not,
will
though.
show all players.
Gas?
A tattered note lies on the floor. The note has a single deep crease and tattered edges. That I'm missing the word edges there. I apologize. Inside the note is a description of two guards along with where they live. At the bottom of the note is the phrase, "Once you have infiltrated the guards' ranks, meet at the end of the festival at the passage downwards."
Shit, you might have been onto something. Masked one.
Well, I've got a keen sense of intuition that comes from years and years and years of training and practice. When does the festival end? Do we know if it's today or tomorrow?
It's the last
Today's
day.
the last day.
Today is the last day?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've still got plenty of daylight to burn. I could use...
Quite literally 24 hours of daylight. It is the summer solstice.
I could use a little bit of rest after our little encounter, but I'd like to pay these bastards a right bit back for, wrapping a big gross tongue around my neck.
Yeah, that did look pretty uncomfortable.
I was.
Gorman,
All of us. Oh yeah.
Gorman's going to check behind the bar to see if there's a med kit.
Yeah, you actually find like a rudimentary set of medical tools,
Excellent.
like a first aid kit.
Let's do some first aid.
Fabulous. How long do temporary hit points last, would you say?
Until the end of the encounter. I would
Okay,
say.
well then they're gone.
Medicine. Good medicine.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
very
good
good
medicine.
medicine.
Critical medicine.
Critical
Yeah.
medicine.
So if you take a full hour, that is 48 doubled. If you want to patch
That'd be
him
fine.
up.
So roll 4d8 and then double that number?
Times. Yep.
Dope. You want me to just roll it, or?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Okay. What's the rolling shorthand in the...
It's just slash roll.
Okay.
Or /R.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was the same as Roll20 or not.
It is.
Yeah.
Alright.
I did some testing yesterday.
What?
Oh no.
Why?
Wow.
Doubled?
What?
That's tragic.
Okay, I just need to know what would have happened if Gorman rolled it.
That's a 1, a 1,
Yeah, that sounds
a
better.
2, and a 2.
Gorman rolled a 22. You know what? I will say you healed for the 44.
Thank you.
I don't
I
know
did-
how I just made
I
myself
did the
take
healing.
damage, but it
Okay,
happened.
that's better. Thank you.
Oh, you probably clicked the down caret on the 6 of the 48.
No, I hit
Yeah,
enter.
No, me.
Oh no,
Oh.
Fevos did.
Okay.
There you
How
go.
do I un?
Oh,
Oh,
here.
what's happening? I know that was
Okay.
enough to heal me to full, so I'm
Oh, I
happy with
got
it.
okay.
There you go.
Cool. Thanks.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad to know that healing kits actually do things in this game.
Yeah,
I can't believe
medicine
you
is a
rolled
really
6
good
on
skill.
28.
Ah, yes, I learned how to treat burns and cuts in the kitchen.
Makes sense.
Well, I've got to say, Gorman, you're right good and useful fella to have around.
This is true.
I may
And
not get
humble,
the
too.
allure of the cookies, but
Oh, I am actually the most humble. I'm incredibly humble.
Clearly, the cookies are pretty good. I'll say that much.
Oh, yes, you have earned your 2. Here's,
And you,
here's 2.
Yasra, you tore that one right up. Bisected his head and everything.
I did do pretty well. Thank you.
So, is
And
there
as,
a barkeep here?
the guards kind of cleared it out.
Okay.
Okay. I begin immediately drinking.
Is there a kitchen?
I was gonna say we're alone in here then, so
Oh, they locked the doors. Like, we
Yeah.
are alone in
We
here.
have free reign. We are going to eat and drink and enjoy ourselves for a hot minute.
I think we earned that.
Speaking of you guys having the door being locked, you hear a kind of timid rap at the door.
Just like a very light,
Yep, just a
very light tap,
you know,
tap, tap.
just a
I'll glance at everyone else.
I'm currently
nobody
mask
appears
in
to
one
be
hand,
doing
mug in
anything.
the other. Feet up
It's not
on
my
a...
fucking door to answer.
is a very very sad sounding kind of like teary voice. Hello, hello, hello.
Is it
Do you have
Danny,
any
Devin,
information?
something?
Donnie.
Donnie. I was kind of in character, so
Yeah, it is him. He's outside of the door.
I will
All right,
sigh.
let him in.
yeah, okay. I guess we will have the same idea of sighing and,
Fine.
and walking over to the door.
All four of us just sigh in unison.
I'll open it up.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll move him. Oh my! Are you quite all right?
Well, yes, I'm fine.
Fucking dandy lad.
He's probably been better, but he seems fine.
Oh, oh, good. Thank you. I don't know if I can stand any more loss today. Being what with my brother Simon and all. Oh, Simon.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, Simon.
He starts
Simon.
again with the wailing and the ugly crying and the.
All right. That. Yes, it's a
Oh,
tragedy.
Simon!
Gorman walks up to
That's
him.
enough of that.
If only.
Gorman walks up to him and taps him on the shoulder and puts a cookie in his mouth so he stops wailing.
Oh,
Thank you, Gorman.
I just imagine Fevos is just like, that's enough of that.
No, I literally said that's enough of that. So, Fevos is really just done with this man.
So,
There might be a bit of good news for you, a bit of retribution.
oh, what's that?
It seems there's a plot to ploy some sort of a scheme that requires being met up at the old burned down inn. at the end of the festival's last day, which is today.
I wonder if
Actually,
Simon had
no.
that note.
Oh, gods be damned. Listen, you blubbering fool. I, at the very least, am going to go roll some heads and bleed some fools. So perhaps we'll get some vengeance for your dear departed Simon.
Oh, do you mean it?
I mean to roll some heads and bleed some pigs, yes.
Oh, but the part about Simon.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's my brother. Come on.
It's no brother of mine.
What?
The only brother I ever had put a knife in me. Twice,
Callous
actually.
way to put it.
There
Well-
weren't a whole lot of options in the tavern, but Gorman found some bread and is toasting it in the fireplace, and he brings it over to everybody.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Gorman.
It is what
That's
I
a
do.
rather sweet of you.
Listen, Simon, you go on and you fetch me a potion or two that keeps me right and healthy. No, I'll get your vengeance for you.
Oh, my brother was Simon. I'm Donnie. Funny enough, they were identical twins. They used to call me Simon when I was a lad because they couldn't tell us apart.
Wow, such a riveting tale.
I'm going to
One
try and
time-
emulate his voice as best I can with my head turned away from him, and I'm going to use message and cast it on him and speak as if I'm Simon saying, I miss you, Donnie.
Oh, Simon, he's speaking to me from the grave.
God.
I remember we were both at sleepaway camp and our parents were separated and we switched places.
I'm just
I'm
going to
just gonna
cackle.
glance at
In
Etrian.
order to get back together.
I'm just cackling into my mug.
Pevos is doing his best to not
It was
break his composure right now.
a trap for parents. We laid a trap for them.
God damn it! I knew that was going there.
And you know what? It works.
I'm sure it did. Say,
Do I notice
Dunny.
that pierced ear on one of them? I'm
Oh.
kidding.
Yeah. Well, what's your name, lad? What's your name?
Fevos.
Oh, Fevos. Oh, bless you.
Yes, say, have you spoken to actual guards about this? Not
Well,
those
not.
Well,
Well,
Fat sacks of jelly they were.
I can't right tell what they look like before they were piles of jelly on the floor, but I reckon everyone in that entire street heard me.
Well, the one that didn't walk his way out to the bar is maybe a good guy, maybe a bad guy. The two that you saw, they're most likely dead in their own homes or otherwise.
perhaps you should go and try and catch up to that guard and see if you can't make sure that they know everything that happened. I'm gonna make a diplomacy check because I want this man to leave.
All right.
Fevos is done with Donnie. Dunny?
Donnie, yeah.
Is it Donnie or Dunny?
It's
Like it's-
Donaidh. Donnie.
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 Alright. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Here we are.
Yeah. Oh.
Leave us, please.
Well, if you think it'll help, here. And he's going to like root around in his pockets, and he's going to produce like an ornately carved, like little, like I don't know, like a little wooden carving of a pine tree.
Thank you.
Yeah. This just to I guess prove that you met me and are on good terms with me. It's kind of like a token of gratitude. I don't know if you know, but Simon, he was rather politically influential. I never really had the head for it, the politicking. But
We did not know that.
turns out I had too soft of a touch.
Mm.
Gee, surprise, surprise.
Adrian.
I'll slip the little tray into my sleeve and well, thank you. You best go before the guard gets too far away.
Apologies, dear. I'm in my cups.
God.
Disregard me.
Well, do you have a place to stay?
Well, it did just blow up, so
Right.
no.
I have a spare house. I wasn't much use in it.
Well,
You can
that
stay
would be
there, I
quite a
guess.
help.
Yeah. And he gives you directions to like his kind of like, I guess a good term would be guest cottage.
I call the bed by the
It's
window.
not in the. Yeah, it's not in the city proper. It's kind of it's in that like the outer segment between the inner wall and the outer wall. So it's kind of like it is like a little farmhouse.
Okay.
But there's a full kitchen and if you get into the wine cellar, I won't be too mad because it's getting up there in years.
So, do you have a key to this house? You know what? Never mind. I don't need it.
No. He does give you a key. Yeah. So good luck. Please do tell me if you find anything because, I mean, vengeance for my brother Simon is all I really want.
I'm gonna give him a hug and slip some more cookies into his pocket.
Was it? Oh, thank you. Sweet, tender mustachioed boy.
Yasra is speaking.
You're good.
Yeah, Yasra.
We will get vengeance for your brother. I just want you to know that it's probably not going to relieve you the way you think it will, and I want you to be prepared for that.
Oh, I thank you all the same. It's it's very important that at least Simon is avenged. Just don't know what I'll do without him. Oh, Simon, he would always sing when the person with the cart and the cockles.
Oh, it's too bad. I'm sorry for your loss. My condolences. That guard's getting further and further away now.
Yes,
Oh, she wheeled her.
You probably have
Pat him on the back.
You probably have affairs that you need to get in order.
He's walking away. Oh, and she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow.
I feel a little bit bad trying to get the fool to leave, at least giving us a house, essentially.
Oh, it's
But at
bitter
the same
all
time,
that hurt when they're lying neath the dirt. Sorry, Simon. It's poor timing.
So he said there was
Let's take a drink.
I cannot believe that I seem to be the only one here with compassion.
I gave him a hug.
Who are your people?
My people?
But I'm gonna investigate. It's not like I'm just gonna ignore this.
These things
I just couldn't stand the man is all.
Yeah.
Never said I wasn't gonna come along. I just like giving him guff. You saw how fucking soft he was. He's got a face that you just kind of want to punch it.
I think you too, smug one, would be quite soft yourself if you lost a loved one. At least for the day.
What did you know?
Which one of us is the smug one?
Me, probably.
Well, since you drew attention to yourself, it's still that one, but...
It was somewhat rhetorical. Out of character.
If you do want to take some time to investigate these bodies, it will be either a medicine or an occultism. Your choice.
You can make an occultism.
And I can use medicine.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Good luck!
I really like this quick access menu thing that they have.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to just like
Super useful.
pop down. So Fevas, you're not really familiar with this like weird gummy creature.
Yeah.
But Gorman kind of, from Gorman's understanding of physiology,
with confections.
Gorman kind of understands that this creature is made to kind of like mock the image of things. Like, he understands that, like, this creature is not normally built to be a fighter, but can fight in a pinch. This creature normally likes to kind of just be very sneaky.
I think I'm not going to share that with the group, and I'm going to have to ask Etrian some questions later.
You like a word comes into your mind, and you feel like you've heard of something called a faceless stalker. And you're pretty sure this may be it.
And I'm certain that it's not a changeling, because...
You are certain that's not how changelings work.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will share the information with you.
I actually think we're at a pretty good spot. It's almost 1 for me, so.
Yeah, the Ohioans are sleepy.
Yeah,
You
that's
live
fair.
in the future.
But I'm not quite to the end of my prepped material, but I don't want to hit the end of my prepped material, because that's bad.
Yeah.
Fair.
And this
So-
is a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah.
And we...
So yeah,
Like-
you've uncovered some kind of mystery
Okay.
involving some weird aberration type individuals.
Bitchin'.
So yeah,
I like it.
Gorman will
Yeah,
collect
if there's
some of the
anything that-
jelly for experimentation.
Oh no, scooping up the jelly in
no.
a jar?
Yeah.
I am never
Yes.
accepting anything from Gorman ever again.
Do we see him do this?
I'm very sneaky.
He is
Would
a
you like a
sneaky snake.
biscuit?
What?
Is the homemade jelly on the biscuits?
No,
I am
I'm not.
Gorman.
I know that it smells funky. I'm trying to determine if there is any culinary value to it. And this will require experimentation.
I am Gorman. I put the funky jelly on the biscuits.
Did you guys get a new couch? I just noticed that for the for your spare room
It's a futon.
or
You should
futon.
probably look at
So
the
we have
Twitch chat.
somewhere to put people if they ever sleep over.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Say thank you to everyone for sticking around if they're here. Hello,
Yeah.
Twitch chat. I am your DM, and I say thank you. I'm not the host, but I can try.
It's so weird. I can't hear them saying you're welcome. But I know
Oh,
that they are.
it's that dang Twitch chat. That's what they do.
Oh,
Where's
That is
Kyrie?
what
yeah,
they
I
do.
will. I'll definitely be swapping out a couple spells if that's cool.
A-okay with me.
Not a lot of them, but probably like 1 or 2 from each level. That are just they're a little bit redundant with what I already have, I think. Or maybe not as useful as I originally was thinking.
Until
Yeah,
you
there's.
get
I
next
mean,
week.
that's kind of one of the downsides of having a massive spell list is like you may not know exactly how much each spell is going to be useful or not.
Mm-hmm. And there are just so many spells.
What I missed.
And this is only the arcane ones. Nothing
Oh,
really.
Cool.
we're wrapping it up.
Sweet. So we're calling it at this point.
Yep. You have found. You've kind of uncovered a mystery. There's a mysterious robed figure. There was a weird 4-armed big dude. There's some
The guards have turned
flesh-colored
into jelly,
goatees.
and now we've got access to a cottage from a weeping man.
Yeah. It's a
Sounds like
nice cottage too.
Very nice cottage.
We'll call it
Alright.
Weeping House.
So nice that I again almost feel bad for dismissing him.
I mean, this guy is like unbelievably rich.
Very nice.
So don't feel
Probably
too bad.
coasted off of his brother, I'm guessing.
I mean, I mean, both of them
At least a
technically
little.
coasted off the entire rest of the family, so
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Just from a rich
they're
family.
established. Yeah,
All right. Well,
they're like the Pine Burlers, not like just part of the clan extended. They're like the
main
Pine
family,
Burlers.
the main family
Yeah.
of Pine Burrows.
Oh,
Right.
good. And I have a little symbol showing that we're in good with them, basically. So that is going to come in
Yep.
handy, I'm sure.
Excellent. All
Very
right.
nice.
Yeah, that,
Are we good to call
Anyone
it?
who
It's like-
has cared to notice will notice that Etrian, or not Etrian, I don't know why I said your name, Thevos, seems to store everything in his sleeves.
I love it.
As you should. You're a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have a magic item that is essentially a bag of holding but sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I love it.
You're like that anime protagonist in a
Sweater
Bakemonogatari.
I've never seen that, but I will take your word for
It's
I-
cool with hipsters, and that's about it.
it.
cannot wait for Mandy to use the Kool-Aid Man feat.
Yes.
I considered using it this time, but there was an enemy right next to me, so soon.
Kool-Aid Man feet, I love it.
Dope.
Okay, so this feat cracks me up. Barbarian feats, Pathfinder 2. God, what is it called?
Barreling
Um,
charge?
It's like
Sudden charge. Oh, those are actions.
what's it called? Bashing charge. Oh, maybe you didn't take it. Bashing
Oh, I took
charge is
barreling charge.
Bashing charge is hilarious. It reads: you smash, bust, and charge through solid obstacles without hesitation. Stride twice, once during your movement. If your movement passes through or ends adjacent to a door, window, fence, wall, or simical obstacle, you can attempt a force open check with a +1 circumstance bonus. So you could just bust through a wall, like Kool-Aid Man style.
I love that it's a force open check for a wall.
Yeah,
I'm gonna force this wall open, damn it.
I mean,
With
yeah.
my
By which
body.
I mean I'm gonna smash my way through it.
yeah. It
Excellent.
reminds me of that the what is it, Casino Royale, that like opening sequence when the parkour guy like goes
Yep.
through the tiny little gap and James Bond just like
blasts
busts through the
it.
drywall.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for the sake of the
Maybe y'all-
stream, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate anybody who's stuck with us or is going to watch it in the future. Thank you again. Join us next week for part 2 of Keep of the Frozen King. Hopefully this has been enjoyable and delightful for the lot of you. We certainly did enjoy it. And thank you, and see you next time.